What's up, everybody? Z Farrell's here for This Week in Madden, show number 83, ready to take you through the hottest Madden tips in the community, answering your questions live that we've been getting all week. Now, S. Gibbs is my co-host, and he is alongside me right here. What's up, S. Gibbs? What do you got for me?
Not much. Just excited for another This Week in Madden, show 83, and we got a lot of good tips, fun tips for you on slate tonight.
All right, let's jump into Xbox right now. We got two teams going on. I want to show you a special play from the Tampa Bay Bucks playbook.
Okay.
And this is kind of an older style play. It goes back to Madden NFL 10. When I used to play against people and I didn't have time to set my audibles, I thought this was the best base play in the game. And you guys have seen us run this type of concept before, but from a different formation. This wide receiver screen right here is what I call the best play in the game. Now, you used to be able to throw this to the wide receiver in Madden NFL 10, and when I say you could book it, you could book it. It was in the run and gun playbook. But now, of course, if you throw the wide receiver screen, you can actually just tap B because they fixed all the new trajectories in the game, and you can still kind of huck it and get outside. So you have that option with Vincent Jackson. If you just you think you want to throw a bullet pass because you want the ball to get there, and in past Maddens, he would throw a moon ball if you just tapped it. But now the game's so much smarter, and you can simply kind of tap B, and you kind of get a different thing. I want to wait about a half a second there with Freeman before I actually lob. But see how the lob's actually not causing like a deep throw anymore, a big high throw where he has to wait on it. The last thing that we do with this play, and I know a lot of guys know this, but a lot of guys don't, is we put the halfback out there on a wheel route or flat route. It doesn't really matter. You could also put him on a delayed block and release, but that really depends on what you like. And then you fade Jackson and get him out of there. And you might say, well, you're fading Jackson. It's supposed to go to him. That's okay. And what we're going to do is then use those blockers to hit it to the sideline, get the ball to the muscle hamster, rocket upfield. That's his nickname.
I like it.
It's a pretty good nickname. I don't think he does, but it's pretty good. So, of course, S. Gibbs jumps in with C-Dub, who should be injured.
So here's the important thing about this play, though, is we stress the importance of a base play and an effective one. So the idea with this is that we want to come out on this every snap and then just force our opponent to respect the fact that that's an annoying play.
Get the double team on the center.
They have to guard that screen every snap of the ball. So what that's just going to mean is that, okay, now I know I got to get a guy over there, drop him over there, do something, and then that's going to open up everything else you're doing offensively. Find that one annoying base play and then work the rest of your scheme around it.
So that's just a quick play that I saw that we had this playbook, and I'm pretty excited about it. The type of things we'll be getting to more later in the show. A lot of good topics coming in tonight. We got a lot of great guys in the chat that are hanging out in there.
Gamer J,
rocking
Harbaugh.
the Tim Brown jersey due to Notre Dame's #1 undefeated romp through their regular season schedule, and now they head to the national title game. Just waiting, just 40 days to hang out and determine who they're going to take down in the national championship game.
Yeah.
So,
you think Alabama or Georgia? Who are they playing, you think?
Bama.
Bama?
I want them to play Alabama. You know why? Because everybody says Alabama's going to beat them by 30.
Ed Lacy.
And that's not happening. Notre Dame's going to go in there, keep rocking the doubters, and they're going to get a big win.
I don't know.
I dislike Notre Dame so much. I dislike Notre Dame so much.
Can they hang with
I'm just wearing the
SEC
jersey
ball?
to troll people. I can't stand Notre Dame. I hope they lose to Alabama. Yeah?
Wow.
But we're hanging out in the chat here, and if you go to maddentips.com/twim, if you're already watching, you can use the live stream chat here on the right side of the page. All the regulars are in there, and they're chatting. They're great guys that you can also ask questions to if you have more questions that we don't get to. But let's take a look at our first mailbag question here. We got a lot to get to tonight, so as always, Gibbs, you read them this week.
Sick with it, who sent in about 45 questions. Love it. But his question says, should you blitz against 5 wide sets? Hashtag Bold Flavors 2.0. If you guys don't know, Bold Flavors 2.0 is in our latest defensive specialized guide. It's hot, straight, fire, hot spaghetti sauce. 3.5 men setting pressure, or should you play $/quarters coverage and let the DNs rush and drop D tackles into spies?
So I'm going to come out here in an empty set, and the key with a 5 wide set is you have two different kinds. One, you have this empty spread here where there's all 5 receivers, none on the line of scrimmage, and then other times you have an empty set like this where you either have 1 tight end on the line of scrimmage and 4 receivers, or you have maybe even have 2 guys who can block. So that does factor in, because right here, this is almost like a single back ace type thing, where you're going to have to defeat 7 blockers potentially. But say you just have an empty spread and the guy's working it really good, I would say, bring it from the opposite side of wherever the tight end is or the 3 side. And now with 3.5 Men, S. Gibbs, not your favorite TV show.
No.
But
your
favorite blitz concept. Now, don't set up the actual blitz.
Not setting it up.
But show what it would look like.
I have so this is what it's going to look like. It's going to look very similar to what you see here. Let's just bring the safeties up a little bit with the press coverage. But it's going to look similar to this. And what the setup of this is going to do is send pressure left or right, or it can send pressure both ways at the same time. So he wants to know, okay, if you're going to send pressure off one edge, and again, this is not the blitz that you're going to get, the 2.0 bold flavors.
But some type of this where one of those guys will come in free from either the left or the right. Here we have rushing 3.5 guys, as you mentioned, and we're going to get one of those guys free. So we think that's very, very good against an empty set. The key with an empty set is they don't have anybody to block. Now, if they had a tight end on the left here and we sent it, they could potentially block him and leave him in, or a halfback. What good players will end up doing here is slide protecting, but if I slide protect, I don't know whether to do it left or right, because there's potential that the guy's coming from where Zombo and Bishop are, or there's potential that a guy's coming to the right. So I don't want to slide protect right and then have it come left, because then I'm in double trouble.
Basically in a guessing game.
So now you're in a guessing game. You got 6 guys up there. You're going to kind of hike it. One of those guys is already going to be in, and then the spy actually drops off the defensive line and makes the interception. So that's why I like to attack empty sets, because they have a real hard time protecting long enough. You know, some guys can make good reads, but you're really only rushing 3.5, which in the NFL, what do the Giants do besides win Super Bowls? They use their front 4 to get pressure against passing sets. So their Giants are rushing 4, and they're the best team in the NFL. You're rushing 3.5, getting a guy free every time, and they can't even pick it up. I like my chances against empty sets.
Now, the strength of an empty set is you all set there, Falls?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The strength of an empty set offensively is obviously that you have more offensive threats in the immediate area to whatever side of the field. A lot of what's going to happen with this empty set on offense is going to be really determined on how effective your opponent is at finding the open receiver. And what I mean by that is, say I set up a blitz like this. You know, and Farrell's now, he doesn't know what my defense is, but he knows pressure's coming. He's going to have to find an open receiver. He doesn't know what it is, but how quickly can he find the open guy? Because it's 5 wide, I'm sending 6. Someone's going to be open. As you can see there, he didn't do a very good job at it. So that's the strength of an empty. You can sometimes run into someone that runs an empty scheme, and it's beyond frustrating, because if they're good at making reads and finding the open receiver, I tend to think I'm pretty good at it when I run with the Packers, but it's tough. I mean, you gotta. I would say there it is. Good job. You found the open guy. I would say that.
But every now and then, if you lull them to sleep and then you send 6, boom, there's nothing they can do if they slide.
You definitely want to test your opponent. Send pressure at them early. I would say it's kind of always my rule of thumb, though, guys. Is that send the pressure early, and then and then if they show they can handle it, drop everyone back in coverage. So here, okay, now I'll try and catch you off guard. Now who are you going to throw to? Everyone's covered, and eventually we're trying to get a pick. Use a pick. So that's, rule of thumb. Oh, go to the house. Go to the house. Go to the house. Go to the house.
V-Jax.
Give me that.
V-Jax.
Wiggles. I got a lot of wiggles there. Okay, but again, rule of thumb. Send the pressure. If they show they can beat the pressure, drop coverage. And then at that point, if they can't beat the coverage, stay in coverage. And then if they show they can beat the coverage, then now it becomes a cat and mouse game. It's up to you to say, I'm going to bring pressure now, drop coverage later, try and confuse them.
I like that. I like it a lot. And a lot of times with empty sets, if they're moving the ball quick, they're not necessarily going downfield a lot. So feel free to call some cover 2 sync and mix it up short.
And know where your tender area is on your defense, because you want to user that area with a defender. So if you're setting up a pressure left, you're tender right behind that left area. So just know that.
All right, next question here in the mailbag. Gibbs, read it loud. This is Sick With It. He asked the second question, so I changed his name to Sick With Questions, because he had like 5 questions.
How would you go about slowing down draws, i.e. from snug, shotgun ace, single back ace, or keeping it to a minimal gain, preferably without blitzing? Well, I will show you what I like to do. This is something I've been kind of working on, specifically in preparation for the Virgin Gaming PlayStation 3 Madden Challenge that's coming up. And a good formula that I have to, you can still play coverage defense, but you're still going to be able to, I think, do a pretty good job at slowing down the opposition. So let me show you what I like to do here. So typically what we do to drop, if you want to play a lot of coverage, is something like this. You play a 2-man under, double purples, and a spy, and then you use the middle linebacker. That's pretty good coverage right there. So snap of the ball, falls in a draw, snap of the ball. As you can see, pretty easy to get consistent yards with the draw. If Farrell said,
the muscle hamster.
Ow!
Muscle hamster.
Wow, beast mode. And let's see what we have going on here with our next setup. What I like to do in this situation, though, specifically, I'm going to lose one guy in coverage, but what I like to do is spread the defensive line, crash it down, and then what I'll first do is I'll drop both the ends into buzz zones, and then I'll use the middle linebacker. I don't have a spy, but what I'm trying to create here is these two interior defensive tackles. I want them crashing both down in the middle of the field, and I want to try and clog the interior
part of the offensive line. So let's see their angle
line.
here real quick. So yeah, they got two guys going at 3, and they're really going to try and just get some push. Yeah, because the key to the draw is those 3 interior linemen that they get upfield. They get about 5 yards upfield, and then you can kind of weave in behind it. But here, those 2 guys kind of just stop their motion and do a really good job holding on to
do you see what now you're forced to do here is, look, you see, you don't get that push now, and now where are you going? You have to run behind those offensive linemen. You're going to have to try and kick that run out wide, but then I'm the guy there, and then look at now our buzz zones are breaking back in. Look at Clay Matthews. He's coming back in. So, I mean, I like it. I'll show you again. It's pretty easy to set up.
Once again, with draws, I mean, draws aren't a problem 99% of the time if you're not dropping a lot of guys back. But this is a way you can still drop 9 guys back and potentially lock up a draw in the backfield. All you really need is to shut that draw down once, and like, I'm clogged up right now. Like, I wanted to run, but I got stuck in there.
Your natural tendency is you want to try and run up the middle because that's usually what happens against the coverage defense. But what I want you to do here this time, Farrell, is you know that there's going to be running lanes that are going to be out wide, so try and cut out wide and pick up yards. Let's just see how it works here. So now Farrell goes. And now that was a nice cut, but did you see how the purple reacted?
Yeah, the purple almost got me.
Run that again, so because that worked exactly how I wanted this to work. Because a lot of times with this defense, the draws get taken down when they cut out wide by these the purple zones, and then I'm in the middle with Bishop. Okay, draw, safety. See how the
Clay!
So you see
Muscle Hamster's better than Clay.
Do you see how this defense is going to really do a good job at doing both scenarios? So watch again. The key. We lost the replay there. So that was a good one, though. I want to show you it again. Purples. Again, the key is the interior guys clog the middle, and then the purples, if you cut out wide, they look to recover. Watch. There's Clay. Ooh, that's good draw, D.
So that is how you would defend the draw, by still playing coverage defense. Otherwise, you just kind of rush guys down in there, and you can actually sack guys in the backfield if you're just playing straight defense.
Watch Clay.
Clay just block shot on Vincent Jackson.
You don't really have anywhere to go. Let me try. You'd run that against me.
So here's one thing I want to note, and this is something I mentioned we would talk about in the mailbag, is, guys, you cannot slide protect on run plays, but draw plays use pass blocking, so you can actually slide protect. So here, if I want to go to the right pre-snap, or say I think he's setting up pressure from the right, like those 4 guys are actually coming in.
Does it actually do anything, though?
Yes, watch. See, I can slide protect. Look at the play art.
I will.
All the linemen, now they're going right or left or aggressive. Yeah. So say I want to try and get out right.
Yeah.
You'll actually see those 3 guys kind of go to the right. I don't know if this will neutralize them, but see how they all turn right, and then you get outside. Clay actually gets blocked by the tackle, and now you got a shot. So if I want to say the ball's on the left half, you could definitely tell that these guys
they turned
and looked right.
They did.
So depending on, I know a lot of guys like to use the pressure from our 4-3 stack formation, which is our tournament specialized defensive guide. 4-3 stacks taking over the Madden tips community on PS3 and Xbox, which you can sign in and play on. But a lot of the pressure from that likes to come from the right, and some very good heat, as a lot of you guys know. So the key with that is you can then slide protect to the right on a draw. And even though they're only sending 3 guys, they're still blowing up some draws in the backfield. So if you can actually turn and pick up that pressure, that's a really nice thing to have. So this is what I recommend on some draw plays, slide protect. Here you saw I had some pretty good luck to the left earlier, so I'm actually going to try and go slide protect left, which is down on the D-pad, left on the D-pad, and then I'm going to try and see if I can get outside.
Baby, that's nice.
So it's going to have a different effect. Sometimes it's not always going to be what you think. But I would recommend trying it if you think that you should be getting better blocking. Go for it. Here it actually harms me.
Yeah, because you need to fire in.
So I'd leave it there, but to the right it looked like it worked pretty good. So that's something you can go with.
I feel pretty confident. This is solid draw defense.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Here, let me try.
Draws are all about getting penetration in the backfield. I mean, and of course, you know, if I just ran the ball right here,
you're not going anywhere.
So if you just ran the ball with squares with just like a power run right here, and even though I had dropped all 11 guys back, they would still engage. So that's the key with the draws. It doesn't pull those guys who are dropping back in like a regular run would. It lets those guys drop back, and that's the key. But by blocking those 3 guys who get downfield and do the most damage in the interior, you really can stop things. So I recommend trying some. I
want it one more time.
So yeah, let's pinch the line. I'm going to pinch the line here and see what happens. I'm slide protecting. I'm pinching down. And now, did you see those 2?
Nowhere. You're going nowhere.
The 2 tackles actually came and held it in, but I might try that on 3rd and 1 if I only need 1 yard, but at the same time, I probably wouldn't be running a draw in that situation.
You're going nowhere against this draw D.
2 good questions just came in the chat, so we're hanging out. We got Rob Jones hanging out in the chat, a bunch of guys. Somebody asked a good question. How do you global blitz on defense, Skip? So maybe we just show that real quick. Guys, global blitzing is
very important.
Very important because you can blitz a linebacker and you don't have to be switching to him to block. So so you have 3 linebackers, right, in this formation, or 2?
Yeah, 3. And I'm Woodson.
So he's on Charles Woodson, not a linebacker, obviously.
See, I'm moving him here. Watch this.
If S. Gibbs press R1 or RB, that will activate the linebacker
R1
movement.
on PlayStation 3.
So he's going to hit RB.
On Xbox 360.
And he's going to put the right stick to the right.
But
that's what global blitz is.
If you take a look at that right there, you see how you can have all the options of the pinching, or you can all blitz, all zones, linebacker, left or right blitz. So you flick the right stick down on 360.
Blitzes all 3 linebackers.
Or I can put them all in zones.
Which is right stick up.
Or I could put them all in zones or blitz just a left guy.
So that's RB, right stick to the left. Would blitz just the guy on the left. Right stick, RB, right stick on the right would blitz only the linebacker on the right. RB, right stick down, blitz them all. RB, right stick up, puts them all in zones. You can use that from Charles Woodson to get the fastest setups going.
That's key. Clutch.
And that's what global blitzing is. That's why it's so important.
Otherwise, you have to click on the guy, blitz him, blitz him, blitz him. I mean, that took me, about 3 seconds compared to that.
So, Gibbs, here's what I want. I want you to have all of them blitzing right now.
Okay.
And I want you to not move the linebackers. I want you to have just both outside left and right guys blitzing. 1, 2. 2 seconds. 2 seconds to make that many adjustments. You put them all in zones and then you re-blitz left and right.
Yes, I did.
That's how I did it.
All zones and then blitz left and right.
And when we sell the tournament specialized defense, that's kind of the difference. Is you're going to have to know some of these combos. We teach you, but that's sort of the difference between the starter and the tournament level guides. But I mean, this is going to make people say, "How do you get all those setups in?" Well, that's you use the tools that this game gives you to make great adjustments, and that's the key to playing high level Madden. So.
Adjustments.
Let's take a look at the next mailbag question here. From Mr. 21, he wants to know, how can I stop the run with the Detroit Lions? Now, he was having a question on, he was in trouble because he doesn't think his guys are holding the edge. Run defense doesn't truly matter what personnel you're using. It does because yes, the Ravens are going to be better than a team with a poor defensive line. They're going to have guys that are going to block shed. Haloti Ngata is going to come through every now and then on his own. Even though he's being blocked one-on-one, he's going to escape more often than a lower rated player.
Right.
But in general, don't think of the Lions as the reason that they're too big and they can't cover the edge. The key to that's the safety more so than the defense.
Do this for me. Go to single back ace.
Yep.
And go to the halfback sprint will work. So
and I would say Lions have 5-2, which could be good, but they also have 4-3, I'm sure.
So one thing I'll show you out of 4-3 stack, and I like the 4-3 stack a lot as well if you don't have the 5-2 for your run defense out of Tampa Bay. So if you take a 4-3 stack defense. Now, what I like about the 4-3 stack is, you base a line. Obviously, we have all of our pressure setups that we have out of it from the defensive tournament guide. But what I like to do here is just spread the linebackers. And what I like in this situation is, Farles, just go ahead and run the ball. So you might not have noticed anything there. Farles did a good job and he picked up great yards. But Farles, go outside left with this run. So I'm just going to leave my guys here normal. Okay, now go outside left. So he was free there, and you fell forward for about 2 yards. Now with the 4-3 stack, what I like about it is if you spread the line, and you put these outside linebackers out wide, you see how he cuts there on the outside edge? A lot of times you'll get a block shed there, and he takes your guy down in the backfield.
So you've gone from getting a free double team on the defensive end, and a defensive end, so say you have a Ndamukong Suh there who's going to have a high block shed rating, high strength. He's going to maybe block shed that tackle if he's a poor tackle, more often than not.
Right.
Now when you put this guy out there, now you're getting a one-on-one matchup. You're not going to get a block shed against two guys. So when you make it one-on-one matchup by spreading the line on these outside stretch runs, which is super popular, you get one-on-one, and then it's up to you to get the safety and really hold the edge.
And what I also like about this too is that when you spread the line there, they can actually leave them in any zone you want. So you can do this.
So you still get good pass coverage.
So if it is a pass, you're going to have good pass coverage. If it's a run, you're going to get that. See how he missed the tackle there, but he breaks off from that from the offensive lineman.
Nobody takes down the Muscle Hamster first shot.
But that's one thing I would say to look at is that, again, you take away that double team option and wait for them to get to the next level, and then you cut inside with a user player and try and make a big play, and you don't lose coverage. So a lot of times you'd have to blitz a guy to get him to get that type of animation where he locks in on the offense, or for this case, a tight end. But with the 4-3 stack, you actually get them just by moving them and spreading them out wide. You can still have a good, solid, stout run defense, but still have great pass coverage if it's a pass.
Is it muscle hamster, like the animal, or muscle hamster, like I eat a lot of ham? I don't know. I'm not sure what's happening in here.
I feel like it makes more sense if it was hamster.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Anyway, so that's, and then you got to contain the edge. So if you're playing the inverted cover 2, which is the most basic style of run defense, every gap's covered, and then you have to contain the run if it goes outside with the safety. So it's not necessarily the defensive line's job to do that. Otherwise, you'd crash them in the direction that they're running, and then hopefully that they loop outside and kind of hold the edge. But it's not the Lions, man. It's you. But that's okay, because that's easily cured with some of our defensive products, which have run D all included into it no matter what level you are. So it makes it a lot better.
Inverted cover 2 right here. And that's what you're looking for.
You're gonna force me to go back in the middle. Edges can.
When Falls was saying contain the edge, you hear it all the time. Set the edge. Set the edge. Setting the edge is now I'm that user guy, so I see the run. I'm gonna say go up inside here, and I'm cutting out wide. I do not want to let you get to the outside edge. That's where you can pick up yards. Now you get in the muck, and you're in trouble.
And that's how you lock up. All right. So there's some run defense stuff. Let's take a look at the next mailbag question.
Rob Jones, I see that. Pats versus Dolphins. I will not wear a Dolphin shirt if the Patriots lose, because the Patriots will not lose. They're playing the Dolphins. Let's be real.
Gibbs, read this one from Truckosaurus. Kind of a basic question, but a very important one.
Truckosaurus X. Would you suggest to somebody who has trouble locking up on defense, I usually use the free safety, but I end up getting burned deep a few times a game. Should I use the middle linebacker instead and just cover the short middle stuff? Well, I'm a big believer in
let's talk about it here. So we have 4-3 stack. And guys, if you're new to this game, you just turned it on, somehow you came across this show, welcome. But the key is with a defense like, say, nickel normal, what we recommend is a play like 2-man under. And we always say user the guy on the halfback. Very important. So what we're going to do here is we're going to cover Doug Martin with Nick Perry. I put him in a yellow just because it's great for peace of mind. And if he blocks, then I know that I can just do whatever I want. A lot of people play with defensive end. Don't do that. It's an absolute waste. You're going to mess up your blitzes. It's going to screw up your pressure. And it's just not an effective way to become a better player all the time. So what we really want to do is take Perry, and you want to use this middle of the field. The reason that we say that is because it's the most safe area to use her. Now, if you hit me with a route to Martin on like an out or an in from the halfback, it's not going to go to the house. So say I'm supposed to cover, and I do a horrible job. I'm just learning. I'm trying to get better, and I say, oh, he's coming out. Oh, no. Well, you know what? My day's not ruined. I let him 10 yards, but I live to fight another day.
Right.
Now, if you were going to throw it to Dallas Clark here, and I'm supposed to be using the Woodson, and all of a sudden I screw up. Oh, crap, I'm going, oh, now my day is really ruined because that's a 30-yard gain.
I like it.
So that's the reason we recommend starting with the guy who covers the halfback. It'll help your blitzes. Yes, you're going to get beat by the halfback every now and then. You're going to get fooled, but it's going to make you a better player. Then later, when you go to defenses like cover 3 or cover 2, you can actually play with a safety and make up a lot of ground. Here, you're going to be playing with the middle guy now. I'm going to get in here. You'll be actually good, and you can take out it all depends on what type of pressure you're running and setting up. You know, some of our blitzes, it's better to user guys behind where the blitzers are coming in from. And I'll show you an example of that right here is, say we're going to set up pressure, you know, something silly like this. And we might say, okay, the weakest area of the field, there's nobody right here. So we have to user this guy because this is the only guy who can cover this area. A computer guy can't do it in a certain type of zone. We have to just be animals and get after with Nick Perry. That's elite level defense. And that's when using the middle of the field is really tough because you have to cover so much ground. You have to know if they bring certain guys over here, what do I have to do versus if they don't. That's where it becomes difficult, and it might be easier just to user down the field because you only have to user a shorter area. But eventually you always want to either be using one of these two guys, one of these three guys here.
Right.
And that's how you become a better player, and then eventually you'll be making plays, and don't worry about getting beat.
What I want to show you something here too that I like to do a lot, and I don't know what I want to call it. I should call it something, but I feel as though does a pretty good job at really deceiving my opponent into what I'm doing. So, Falls, come out in like you could come out in that formation. Yeah, it's fine. That works. I was gonna say come out like a
Giants
six.
ran this on Sunday. Giants ran pistol.
I saw that one play.
First play of the game, run play. Weird.
Real
weird.
I don't care what you call it. Doesn't matter. So, what I want to show you here is something I like to do a lot, which is this is how, you know, to help your user control. You're thinking, okay, this deep safety here is playing a cover 3, right? Well, if I get on Farrell's case all the time about repositioning defenders in specific areas, because if you saw a look like this pre-snap, I'm giving you confidence that, okay, you could probably throw to the right side, you could probably throw to the left, like left slot to Martin if he was on something, right? You're seeing these guys set up in a specific way that it doesn't frighten you pre-snap. So what I like to do is I always like to balance the formation out. So I move Burnett over here, it's in a hook zone. And the key here is moving the deep safety. I actually take him away from his deep responsibility, and I slide him over a slot receiver. And then I'll slide my other receivers over. How much more intimidating is this?
Yeah, because now you're like, I don't really want a quick throw there.
You don't want a quick throw. My immediate job at the snap of the ball is I jump right here to those routes. Now, yes, you threw that route there, but what I'm looking to do is move the deep safety. If I was bringing pressure on the left side, I would bring the safety down on the left side because that's where I want to try and scare someone away that he might be dropping into a quick zone. And then it works in your favor when you're in a situation like this too. If I call cover 2, and if you really were bringing pressure, so now I bring Woods in here, right? And now you're thinking, oh, he keeps dropping over there. I'll have the right flat open, or I'll have the seam open, and now I have a defender in that area to sit right on him, and then you run into trouble. So repositioning your defenders to balance the formation out is key to what you're doing.
Yeah, I agree with you there. That's a nice way to mix it up and really make sure that things are balanced and things are aligned pre-snap. Otherwise, you're just giving them an area that they can think about attacking the whole time. So, Birdman the King has a question in the chat here. I know he submitted a mailbag. I read it, and when I read it, I'm like, this guy's pretty high up in the community. So I'm not sure if I put it in the mailbag. But if he wants to ask it, I'll hit it up. Let's take a look at our next mailbag question, and then we'll maybe hit up that one. All right, this one's from Plain Goalie. He wants to know, snapping the ball help. On all the guides, you guys say snap when player X crosses the outside lineman. He'll hit it 3 or 4 times, and then it actually does happen. So, you know, when is the best time? Do you have to be on the quarterback to actually snap it? And I just wanted to run him through that real quick because I think what he's seeing, he's maybe just trying to hike it too early, and then he's just kind of getting frustrated. So, like with a formation like strong, they used to have strong close. All right. Let's see what we want here. We will go with a single back, doubles Giants, dive. Now, 2 things about snapping the ball. One is you have to always, you can only snap guys that are on the line of scrimmage. You can never snap a guy or off the line of scrimmage. So this guy here is 2 steps back from the line. You'll be able to snap him wherever you want. You can motion him 2 steps and snap him. You could snap him in the middle of the field. If you're motioning a guy like this, can only be motioned once he resets because he's on the line of scrimmage. So the key here is you can't actually snap him when he's after the tackle, you got to kind of wait until he's in the tackle box, and see, it just gives us an extra blocker. So don't worry and don't freak out. We say right after the tackle, but you actually need to wait about 1 step, 2 steps, half a second before he'll actually go. So if you start doing it there, you got to actually kind of wait until he gets there. So don't freak out. Just snap when the game lets you. You don't have to be on the quarterback or anything like that. And if, say, they had pressure come from somewhere else, just snap it there and then pick it up if you want to cut back. You have many different things that you can do. You can really snap it in any gap. Sometimes if you're just trying to pick up short yardage, snap it right up the middle of the field. Try and pick things up. You don't want to make sure you don't hit the quarterback. Gibbs, if they baseline here, the key with that is now Williams will not draw attention. Nobody will follow him across the field since you baselined.
Right.
So what I really like about that is now I feel like I have a free chance
Free
to
block.
bring him anywhere I want.
I like when people baseline for my run game.
Yeah, because now if you don't baseline, he's going to follow you across the field, and then you're just kind of snapping extra trouble into
And they
the
shoot
middle of
gaps
the
a lot of
defense.
times, and
Because
things
they're
get
moving,
weird.
yeah.
But just make sure when you're motioning a guy like that and you're having trouble snapping, just make sure you let them pass the offensive tackles, but beyond the tight end box. So where that is if you see Dallas Clark on the line of scrimmage, to get him to go out on a route if you were passing, you would need to snap that motion receiver after he passes Dallas Clark.
Gotcha. Yeah, so here we change it to a passing play. We put Williams on a fade, and we motion it. And
We'll wait for
if we snap it before he gets out of there, he
He'll
just
block.
blocks. And that's how you know you've messed up.
Right.
And or unless you really wanted that to happen, then it's kind of nice because you want an extra protection, say. But the other thing you can do is wait until he clears all the way outside. Now, still blocking, so got to be a little bit more patient.
Yeah.
And we'll do it one more time. And you got to learn the timing. You got to practice. There's specific things that we do that are in the guides where he'll say, let's see. Now we're going to get that inside.
And now you can pass
back outside, hit it to him. There's certain routes where you motion them. A fade takes 2 steps. Other routes take not even a half a step. You just got to just move them, and then you get a certain thing. The bench bonus man beater, which is on the left side of the screen, works differently than on the right side of the screen.
Yes.
And it works on a certain amount of steps.
It's bizarre.
And sometimes it mixes up, but you just get the timing down, and then you just cash
Bizarre
all day.
world.
So
Farls.
that's what I say.
Struggling there.
Next mailbag question, Gibbs. You read it to me.
I got it for you, Farls. Next mailbag from Young Harry Potter. You know I like this guy.
Yeah.
He's Young Harry Potter. My offense is great during the first half. I'm always able to keep the game even. During the second half is a different story. It seems like my defensive strategy grows weaker during gameplay. How can I disguise quick pressure on the best players? How have people disguised pressure on you?
So this is something important, and we talk about it a lot. Some players are good at the start of the games, and they fail later in the games. Usually like level 5 to 10. They have 1 or 2 really good plays, but once you sort of figure out how to take away the first option, they go to the second, but it's not as reliable. And then you take away that, and then they're done by the third, fourth quarter. They might have had a really good play, but then you can take it out.
Right.
Really good players are just good, and then when you figure out what they're doing, they just come out with a new formation that you've never seen before that they've been just setting you up for all game long, and then you get beat, and you're like, wow, never saw that coming.
Yeah, and so the first thing I'd say about offense is we talk, the 5 sets for success, and it's very easy to get away from the 5 sets for success. We talk about it always, every single year. The first thing that goes in your audibles are running plays. So you're like, I don't
really need that.
I could get by with just this. So, okay, what are the 5 sets for success? This is the core philosophy and fundamental of how we play this game, John Madden NFL 13. So you need to have a 3-headed rushing attack.
Yep.
What's that?
You need a run. It's your power run formation.
Yep.
You need to have a run to the left, which is one of your audibles. You need to have a run up the middle, which is usually the quick audible down, which is XX right stick down or square right stick down.
Right.
And once you audible to the first run play, you can quickly use your quick audible.
Yep.
And then you need to run to the right. So that's 3 plays. It's a 3-headed rushing attack, left, middle, right. It fits 2 audible slots. Strong close is a great example. Single back ace we like because you can just flip the run real quick, and that only uses 1 slot.
And you use 1 audible.
Yeah, for a 3-headed attack.
That's part of the reason why we like single back ace so much. But Then after that, you need a quick pass. This type of play, that a quick pass is great for like a screen, something that's going to give you consistent 2 or 3 yards.
3rd and 1.
Right. Something you can rely on.
Beats the blitz. 3rd and 1. You can pick up pressure from the formation. It's really, really good play to work with.
Right. And then after that, you need to have a specific man beater so that when your opponent plays a lot of man-to-man, you can check down and destroy their man-to-man. So a play like bench bonus, everyone in the chat that knows about bench bonus knows how effective that play is against man-to-man defense.
Yep.
And then you also need to have the zone beater, and the zone beater is the exact opposite of the man beater.
Something like a single back bunch, a trip set, something that's just going to consistently beat man-to-man zone defense, and you always want to be able to audible to that if you think that they're in a zone concept.
And then maybe most importantly of it all, the base play. Base play is the play you come out and just about every single snap of the game. This is a play that you get comfortable and you know your pass protection. You know where you're going to go against this. You live in this formation throughout the course of the game, and then
helps
you check
read
down.
The defense, that single back spread that I use, or the gun spread. I know what the defense looks like, and then I can adjust from there. I don't like to come out in those other plays because then I'm not sure. This formation, I know what I'm getting. I know if I can beat it with what I have. I know my quick audibles, and then I know that I also have those other audibles if I get another look.
And then
huge.
off of that, we have what we call mini schemes. Now, mini schemes are something that we've been talking about and telling people about for what past about 4 years at this point, where it's a one play specific from a formation. You typically come out in this play, and you bunch together all the quick audibles from that formation to develop some type of, usually it's like an under center running formation, so that you have a good off tackle run and you combo it with a great halfback dive, runnable down, and then you have a couple nice quick option passes with your quick audibles, where out of the backfield, things like that. So. The part of the thing where I think you might be getting hung up on offense is, did you take out the quick pass and add, something else in, or did you take out your man beater to add in another base play that you might like, or did you take out your
you say, I've been beating man from my base play, so I'll get rid of that man beater because I really want to add this cute play that I found, and then you never end up using that cute play in 9 out of 10 games, but use it that one time, and then all of a sudden your base play stops beating man quite as much, and then in the fourth quarter when you really need something that they haven't seen to beat man, you don't have it, and then you're like, oh man,
wish I had bench bonus.
Yeah. And
so that's
clutch.
That's kind of a struggle in there. So I would say, if your offense is running stale, make sure you get back to the basics, back to the 5 steps for success. It's how Z Farles is able to get his groove back multiple occasions throughout the years. And you also really need to focus on mini schemes. You need to be able to, you said that your offense is fine in the first half, but then you come out in the second half and your opponent kind of figures you out.
Yeah, so let's take a look. So say, I am in the New York Giants playbook, which is one of the offenses that we use for the tournament specialized offense. You know that our base play comes out of the normal wing New York. It's the Giant slot trail. It's the best base play in the game. It's just excellent to work with. You can do so much. It causes so much attention to be focused. And then you have nice other curl flats, audibles off of it, and a draw. So it's great. But then you have a formation like empty giant, which is excellent.
I think this is a great formation that could be, if you didn't have it in your audibles, you could use it as a base or as a mini scheme. Come out in slot stick nod. It's going to do a great job at attacking man-to-man, but I also show you how it can attack zone coverage. So at the snap of the ball here, Farles, I want you to zig the A receiver.
Okay.
I want you to fade the B receiver, and on the far left receiver, put him on an out or streak or something like that. Now, baby motion the B receiver, one step. And against man-to-man, you're going to have both zigs are going to open up. So they're going to crush man-to-man. So you can see now with both zigs, you have the inside wheel, you have the stick and nod route that's up the seam. All right.
That's my move right there, by the way.
So that you can see on that play how that play destroys man-to-man coverage. Now, if I was in zone, this is up to you to read it, obviously, but you have the flat pattern to the A receiver, correct?
Yes.
Let me see it. Make it go. There you go. Now, what I would do here is I'd put B on a out.
I would do this.
I would do it out.
Let me do this.
All right, do it whatever you want. But I like it out there just because you have a better, you feel like you have a better chance of beating that zone coverage. So snap of the ball.
Oh no, never mind.
Right. That's exactly what I was saying. Because now you have the out, and now you see how you can see this could be a mini scheme that you come out in this and frustrate your opponent with because you have the ability to beat man and zone from this one play. You don't necessarily have the running threat, so that's why you might not want this to be your base play. But it's a good mini scheme.
You got to move the ball down the field. They've been stopping something else. Now all of a sudden you got this. It's money. It can be used to block. This formation can because it has double blue routes on the line of scrimmage. So that's an idea of a mini scheme. Later in the games when you're starting to fail, you need to add a little bit more to your game. You're beating newer players, but once you get to people that can make adjustments, then you got to adjust, and that's how NFL teams win with halftime adjustments. So that's what it's all about. All right, next mailbag question. We have about 20 minutes left in the show for the tips portion, but then we're going to play a game of the week, which Gibbs is going to play on PS3, I'll play on Xbox. We're in the Madden tips community, which is tech guy. Throw me the PS3 controller here. We had to charge it, but actually, while you're doing that, King2583 had a good question and said about what we talked about. Tech guy coming in hot. The question was about Tim Brown, dude. I have great hands. The question is about, is using 4 or 5 plays cheap? No, not at all. Not at all. Why would it be cheap? If you wrote a post on that on MaddenTips.com. I want you to go with that. The thing that I take from that is how the Colts. It said they use like 3 or 4 run plays and 15 total plays. If you go to if you Google after the show, if you Google Smart Football Colts offense, there's an article. In some games, the Colts only use 6 plays, 4 passes, 2 runs. During all those years that they won so many games with Peyton Manning and Tom Moore in the 2000s, they really only ran like 15 plays. You can actually see what plays they use. Simple stuff. It's all broken down, and that's what they did. They knew what they were going to get, and they dominated. So here's a typical response I will tell you right now that I get a lot is when they say, "Well, that was a select situation only for the Colts." Everyone else, no one else does that. Played now, though. But the Colts win, so why is that not affected? And my other thing I always hear back is, well, they use the same concepts, but they go from formation to formation. What does it matter? Yeah, why can't you just do it from one formation? Why not just do it from one formation and have like 5 plays all from that one formation so they never know what you're doing? Well, the biggest thing is... Are you just changing formation to formation just because you think it's cool? Like it means that you're running a real NFL offense? No, you're doing it... I don't know why you're doing it. I don't know. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Fire up about that. That's the biggest thing is you're either going to make adjustments. Right. I bet he's not complaining because he's winning. No, not him. Oh, no. But I'm saying the people that are going to complain are the ones that are playing defense because they don't make adjustments and they're just getting mad that you're beating them. The game has the tools for you to stop anything. Yeah, you can stop anything. So just stop it and lock up, and that's how it's got to be done. So I do get heated about that, Mike Vick Forever. But we're going to play in the Madden Tips communities. There's one on Xbox, there's one on PlayStation 3. It is locked right now, but there's tons of guys in there. There's over 300 guys, I think, in each, and we're going to play a random game against somebody in there. So let's finish up the mailbag questions. Gibbs, read me the next one. I'm just still thinking about that. Read my article. If you go to MaddenTips.com, I wrote an article. The great Leo, do you guys have any tips on increasing user skills? I mean, I probably said this a million times, fail 1,000 times. I said a million times, but fail 1,000 times. Yeah. And then on 1,001, you're going to figure it out. All of a sudden, your user skills are going to get better. You're never going to get better at user controlling a defender if you're always on the defensive lineman. You're not. I mean, don't be afraid. Take your bumps and bruises. Yeah. If you have to take 50 losses in ranked games, take 50 losses. But I'm telling you, in that game 51, everything's going to click, and you're going to go, wow, I should have been doing this 5 years ago. Yeah, you should play. Knowing your responsibility, knowing where you're supposed to be, who you're supposed to be covering. Use defensive assist, and guys, with ball hawk, it's easier than ever to user, so don't be afraid. So know where you're supposed to go. If you're supposed to be using that deep third and you're getting beat there, then that's your fault. But if you're using that deep third and they're hitting you to the right, don't feel like that's your fault. Yeah, you can run down there and make a play every now and then, but you have to know where your primary is and then where you can roam, where you can't roam, against certain formations, what you should do. Right. What defense you're using, where you're tender, where you can actually... how far you can roam. Use a higher ranked player. That's going to make it easier to cut. User Patrick Willis, user Clay Matthews. Most of the time, I'd say no. Let the computer Clay Matthews just tackle with his head. But if you were, and then user Nick Perry, make him better. But if you're newer, user Clay Matthews, he's going to give you the best chance, most control, most feel, most picks. Charles Woodson, guys like that. And then later, you can switch to a guy who's lower rated awareness but has better athletic attributes to really make him better. So that's something that you can go with and something I recommend. Yeah, absolutely. All right, next question from Ballcorn wants to know, what is the best way to slow down fast-paced, no-huddle offenses?
Farrell's and I were talking about this before the show, and so we kind of were determined if you really want to if you're having trouble slowing down a no-huddle, like if you just have no answer, a lot of times, sometimes you get a brain cramp.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, I don't know what to do. I would say just start dropping guys in coverage and rush minimal guys, or do the 4-down line technique, crash D line down, drop guys in coverage. So if they do run on draws, you'll slow the draw down, and then you force them to throw into tight coverage. And what's the best way to stop a no-huddle offense? Make them have an incomplete pass or go out of bounds, because then they can't no-huddle.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to stop it.
Yeah,
right?
let them run out of bounds, force an incomplete pass, and then kind of reevaluate where you're at. But always be in a nickel, a flexible formation where you have 5 or 6 defensive backs, and you can really stop the run, or you could stop the pass. You know, if they're in 4 wide and you come out in nickel, you're never going to be upset if they audible down to run formation, because you're going to have plenty of beef to stop that run.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Jamie, I think it's, or James something, ref or something in the chat. He said, call a timeout. I like that.
Yeah, how many times in the first half? I mean,
but I think you might lose your resources. Don't do it in the second half. You don't want to lose your resources.
Don't do it in the second. You should have a strategy already by the second half. But in the first half, I know guys that, you know, it's great to have them, but if you take them in at halftime and you don't turn them in, it can be tough. Yeah, you want to have that last chance to stop your opponent and score a touchdown before the half. That can be a big turning point. But if you don't get your personnel set up, say you use a timeout just to set up your personnel, I could argue that that's very important. That's very valuable to some people.
Yeah,
some people it isn't. I don't personally care, but Gibbs, he'll use a timeout sometimes
and
make sure he has everything set up exactly how he wants it.
You know where I use my timeout sometimes? I'll definitely do it in the first half. You know, sometimes I go, you know, with 3rd down and I look to bring like a different setup blitz, and I'm not fully adjusted to the blitz because I haven't called all the game, and I'll go and like the game like freezes, or like I can't get the blitz in, or like I'll spread the linebackers and the guys won't move, and I'm like a second behind, and I know they're gonna snap it, and I know it's trouble for my defense, so I'll call timeout. This
is something that nobody does in Madden. I feel right before the ball's about to be snapped, nobody calls timeout on defense. Like in the NFL, you see it all the time. Quarterbacks and defensive players are like
they know
sticking
something's
down.
wrong.
They're like, the coach is like, oh. No. Because players might not know that something's messed up. You might know that you don't know what you're doing, but you don't know that all the other 9 guys are confused as well. But the coach can see it all from there. But when you're playing Madden, you're the coach as well as you're kind of setting up all those players too. So you can't be like timeout while you're trying to set up. So not enough people are calling timeouts. This is something that'll happen every now and then too. You play a lot of ranked games, a lot of community games. You're doing other things. Your wife, S. Gibbs' wife, could be yelling at him that dinner's ready, and he's in the 4th quarter. He's trying to finish the game, so he's like, yeah, I got it. And all of a sudden, he looks over, and the play's already picked. You know, he's up by 14, but the play's already picked, and he's like, okay, I'll just see what the computer gave me, and I'll just make it work. But then the guy completes one pass, and then all of a sudden, he's not in the right defense, and he's like, oh, man. That's when you want to take a timeout if this guy hurries up off of that, because one play, it's fine if the game picks it for you. In the grand scheme of things, obviously in high-level play, you don't want to do that. But if you're just kind of playing, take a timeout there and then get back into a base play that you know you can audible from. So that's something that I'd say. I know that seems obvious, but I personally, sometimes I'll go to set up a blitz. It'll be 3rd and 20. I'll be setting it up, and I'm like,
freak out.
I'm like, I think I was supposed to spread them before I blitzed. This isn't going to work. And then I just kind of am like, all right, whatever, and I just run back with my guys, and then you waste a bunch of resources. Here's
another situation I'll call timeout in is, I'll go to Audible to a play, but then it's like the wrong play by accident, like something happened funky, and I didn't get to the right play. I just immediately call timeout because you don't have the flexibility to change your play quick enough to make adjustments, so you gotta really be crisp when you're going from play to play.
Definitely do that. So I think Birdman the King's question was, how do I make adjustments faster? And there's 3 ways, really. First way is just to know every single button, cycle through guys. Over here on Xbox, what you want to do is you want to hold down B, which lets you just cycle through guys with the D-pad. Here I am on offense. And you on defense, if you hold down B and just cycle through the D-pad, you can go through all 11 guys. Get to the strong safety. 1 move. Get to the inside D tackle. 3 moves. So by using that, you can then get onto guys as fast as you possibly can.
Because I see guys cycle still.
Yeah, Gibbs, here, give me this. All right, start on the corner on the outside.
Okay.
From left to right, I want to see you purple spy contain blitz. From the line.
Purple
Purple spy contain blitz. Yeah.
Purple spy
contain blitz.
Okay. D lineman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready? Go. Purple, spy, contain, blitz. Go. So that's what? 2 seconds, but people say I can't make adjustments. You just have to.
Okay, you can do this off.
Work it.
Watch. Hold on. Hold on.
And knowing exactly what to do. So there's two things that happen.
Call the play.
When you learn a blitz for the first time, to playmaker, simply hold down left trigger and then use the right stick. So hold down left trigger and then right stick in any direction will move the closest player on a playmaker. You can hit him.
Right. I was gonna say that I would do this too to take it a step further. Right.
Yep.
So I'm here. Watch. So same scenario. Watch.
So you just re-blitz both guys and
Spread
them while you're on the defensive tackle.
Boom. Done.
So
and that's a blitz. You could get a blitz like that. That's like a real way to set up a blitz like that.
guys, and then there's one other thing that happens. You learn the blitz for the first time. You're like, okay, I just learned this killer blitz. I tried it in practice mode. It worked great. And right now, I'm going to go into game. I'm going to play some guy, and I'm just going to unleash it on him. And then all of a sudden, this guy comes out and trips, and it's like, whoa, now my guys are kind of aligned weird. Now I'm going to have to think about this. As soon as you start thinking and aren't just muscle memory, just getting guys in position, you're slow. You're going to learn these things in practice mode. You're going to be like, yep, this is a great blitz. Can't wait to set it up. And then all of a sudden something in the game changes. And then you're like, oh, I have to re-blitz this guy. So then you go over there and you're thinking. You're not just like firing it out.
I told you, you gotta take your controller. You gotta take your magic paddle.
Put it in your pocket.
Put it in your pocket. For a guy that has a huge chat pad, you won't do that. But you gotta go to the
salad and breadsticks.
Go to the Olive Garden. Go to Applebee's. You get your drink and you sit there and you just baseline, press, spread, blitz, go, and you just get your setups in. You think I don't do that? I do it. I've definitely done it. I haven't done it in a couple of weeks, but I have done it.
So
practice makes perfect. Gotta do it. Gotta get your setups in.
Got to get your setups in. You have to know what setups you want. So sometimes make sure you know all the things you can do. Know what adjustments you need for your certain blitz.
Yes.
And just practice and realize all the shortcuts, the global blitzing that we showed earlier. The base aligning.
Yeah.
Before the screen even turns, when the play is called in game, before the screen turns around from breaking the huddle, you've already base aligned, pressed, spread.
That's crucial.
Spread. You don't even need to see it. You can just do it,
right.
And it's so simple. So you want to work on getting that set up. This is the answer for Crawdad. Crawdad, call cover 2 sync, and you can possibly man up the DNs on the inside guys that are on the wheels. That'll help slow that down. So that's what I would do. But so Birdman, that's how you get in those setups. You got to know what you're doing because as soon as you're thinking, you're slow. Cloudy mind, slow feet.
You can't think. It's got to be all muscle memory. And after this tip, there was a question about the punt return from last week that someone wanted us to go over again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about it?
To go over how to get a good punt return.
They just got to watch the video.
All right.
I'll take one back, though, right now. I will take one back, though, right now. For our fans.
Will you?
For
Will
this guy? For this guy? Yeah.
You're that good? I don't think you didn't do it last week.
Boot me one. Exactly. Maybe I've been practicing.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I'm going to the house right now, boys.
And I want to talk about...
Need corn, though.
You got to be on the opposite side.
I got corn.
Right?
Clay Matthews.
I want to talk about...
So you always pick punt return middle?
Always. So this is someone that they don't have 99
You
punts.
pull the guy in the middle, which you'd like it to be Clay Matthews. I RB subbed him in.
Yeah.
And you're going to just take him to the opposite side of wherever he punts. So you're going to let your guy field it. I'm going to take Clay Matthews far back and outside, and I'm going to let him pin... I'm going to let him pin this far guy.
I think he did a terrible job.
And now Clay's going to be right there. He's going to pin the outside. Corn! Corn!
All right,
and
now
that's
let
how
me get
you
one.
seal it to the edge.
Let me get one. So that's what you want to do. Again, like Farrell said, hold on, let me get my guy back there before you kick it. Oh, you raised it up to get more airtime.
What did you do?
I didn't. I aimed it down.
Really?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
This is baloney. I like to get him over there. I like to get him over there, and I like to do this. Get to the edge.
Corn!
Corn on the cover!
Corn! Let's go!
You timed it. You were ready for it. See, I like to get that other guy. That's where Farrell's and I differ.
But you need to get somebody far so that when you hit that corner, you pin it. And that's how you go. I've taken them back.
Right.
I've thrown that ball over the mountains. I've taken punts.
You know what? I'm going to do... we talked about this a couple twims ago, and this is a thing that I think I just started doing based out of habit, and it helped me remember where my audibles would go.
Yeah.
But it's something that's also going to help you in this process of setting up audibles and get your plays adjusted and everything in, is to have your specific plays in specific audible spots. And so what I mean by that is, if you take a look at the controller, so on PlayStation 3 and Xbox, the LB, it's LB, RB, and then your other X, Y, and is it B? It's X, Y, and A that are your audible buttons, right?
Yep.
So you got to look at the controller. And for me, the hardest audible is always the LB audible, because it just seems unnatural. Like, because on this hand, I'm going X, X, A, and it's all my thumb. X, X, Y is my thumb. X, X, X is my thumb. So those are my three favorite audibles. So usually X, X, X is the quickest, because it's X,
What's
X,
the
X, X,
first audible on the screen?
Y.
Is Y.
Y.
Y or
That's
triangle.
always my run defense.
Always my run defense.
Because that's just how I'm
square, triangle, X, X, Y on Xbox. Always my run D. Square is always my thunder blitz. It's always my heaviest pressure, because I probably need the most time to set it up, so I'm always just trying to get to it super quick.
And then A.
That's my second slot. That's my third slot.
The A icon
is your second audible.
No. The third slot is X.
Yeah, third is X.
So A is your second. So the A
is your second.
A icon on X is always my complementary blitz to the X blitz. So, for example, it's usually if it's like a man version, or maybe it's like a cover 3 version, and the other one's a cover 2. And then my RB it's usually like an isolated defense. It's maybe something that's different from a different formation, so I remember, okay, this is outside of this group, so that's something there. And then LB is usually that one like rare defense. I don't always call it. It's usually a defense that doesn't require a lot of setups or adjustments, because for whatever reason, it's
like your max coverage defense.
I cramp on it a lot when I audible to it. It's something with, like, I don't know what it is.
I think it's your wedding ring.
Yeah, it's weighing down, but I cramp when I go to that audible. So the play I use the least is always this audible.
Here's the thing, One Tap. I agree with you. I change my audibles all the time, but
can't do it.
No, I change my audibles all the time.
You can do it, but
they're always in the same slot.
You're always going to have a run.
They're always in the same slot.
You're always going to have a run defense, so put the run defense in that same slot.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a post about this, I think, for next week, because I think there's a lot to it. I think it helps you remember. Again, it helps with your muscle memory, because there's nothing worse like, okay, you had an audible in there, and then you go out and you're like, oh, I found all these other better plays, and then you change them, and then you don't remember how to get to what, and that slows everything down.
Yeah. So that's how you make fast adjustments. So next mailbag question from Swag Nasty. He wants to know, hey guys, I was wondering what you think about run and pass commit this year. Any tips on how to use it effectively? I'm going to say yes. I
pass commit every play.
Always pass commit.
Even on runs.
Do I know if it does anything? Don't know.
I think it does. I feel like I see guys react better to routes if you don't do it.
So what we mean is, when you hold down L trigger, you can push the right stick up, and that will actually pass commit. Now, if you hold right stick down, it's way more pronounced, and you'll actually run commit. You can do it left or right. Now, I don't think you should do it left or right. It's a little too risky for me.
I hate left or right.
Even sometimes if you guess right, they can still cut back, because it's furious.
Right. So where I'll actually run commit is if I like to get a guy up in the innards of the line.
If it's a QB sneak, maybe.
Or just if I think they're gonna run, and I'll just say run commit, and then run outside, go for it. Like I wanted to try and make a play, and now Woodson was over there, and I made a play. But I want to take away that option of, okay, he's really taking away the halfback
run commit. Here's the thing: pass commit doesn't matter. You can do it every play, and you may not even know ever if it works. Run commit. I so rarely use it. It is so risky.
It's very risky.
It's very risky, because sometimes if say they're in goal line and they're gonna run a QB sneak, run commit is 50-50 to stop them, probably a little more, but that happens, and then they call a power O. And Power Road is not going to get beat by the run commit.
I would say if run commit at a 0.1% rate, right? I don't like it on a regular. Don't use it as a run defense in general, because I think a lot of guys, like I've played a lot of games online where people, like I'll start running the ball and they just start run committing, and they think it's like great run defense. Yeah, you're probably going to stop inside runs, but all it takes is one time for you to be in a pass, and I'm going to run commit, and then I'm destroyed. Just absolutely destroyed. Look at that. Now, that's Vincent Jackson. Doesn't have the best speed in the world, and he's going ham.
So that's what you got to be careful about. I say basically pass commit every play. Because I'm always holding L trigger anyways. I right stick it up. That's what I do. I'm bored before the snap happens. I'm kind of just waiting. I'm like, I just
You know
kind
what
of flick it.
Okay, you know what the worst is? Is when you get a play you can challenge, and you're naturally
You don't want to
this.
challenge it, but then like you're trying to set something up and you hit L trigger by accident, it challenges the
You're
play,
like,
and you
"No."
lose. So that's what I would do. Let's take a look at the next question. We'll take a quick look at a lab real quick. Put all your defensive linemen in contains, and then run commit. This is a question. Why not, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so they pretty much have the same.
Yeah, I think if they're in like a certain like area of the line of scrimmage, like if I put Burnett here, I think Burnett will go. I think Burnett will react. Go. Snap the ball. I think he'll react. Yeah, see, if they're within a certain area, they'll like really jam in there.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the next question here. We got one from, I think it's Sammy B. And he looking to know.
I realize clock management is important, but when should you hurry or not hurry up? What is the best tactic when it comes to milking the clock, huddle or no huddle?
So this is the 4-minute offense that we talk about. There's 3 minutes left in the game. Opponent has 2 timeouts, and you need to run the ball, or you don't need to run it, but you just need to keep the clock moving so that you can get 2 first downs and possibly win the game. Should you, at this point, then no huddle? Because you want to waste that 40 seconds that happens in between plays when you run the ball or get sacked or stay in bounds.
Here's what I think. Look at the time. I am not a believer in no huddling if you're up 7. Milking if you're up 7. If there's 4 minutes to go in the game and you're up 7 and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to start milking because I can maybe potentially run the clock out. A lot of times you stall your own offense out because you're just, you're trying to run.
I think it's called pulling the Patriots. Because they don't have a very good format offense.
What's the Giants' records? What's Giants' record?
8-3 probably.
Who put on a better performance at MetLife Stadium in their last game?
Giants, because they played a real team.
How is that? The Giants also lost to some pretty terrible teams.
You guys think the Jets are a Joke joke? Let me get a 1 in the chat.
Or is it the Patriots are just that good?
Mark Sanchez didn't even get tackled by the Patriot. He got tackled by his own.
There's always an excuse as to why the Patriots aren't good. There's always an excuse.
You know what's a really good excuse?
What?
Because they can't beat the Giants in the Super Bowl. That's a good excuse as to why the Patriots aren't good. Yeah, look at everybody here in the chat knows the Jets are hilarious.
Oh, please. And 2 weeks ago, everyone was worried about, Eli Manning, his arm's tired. Wow. Really? His arm's tired?
Yeah, is it? I could care less.
But everyone was, the world was crumbling because the Giants.
People are silly.
Giants looked so bad.
People have nothing to talk about. Lost 2 games.
Can you do this? I'm put guys in quarterback spies.
They had one bad half and a bad game.
Giants are terrible.
That's it.
Can you run here? I want to see if quarterback spies.
People don't believe this.
Can you run? I want to see if quarterback spies work. Do you see what quarterback spies do?
No.
They charge. Watch. So if I leave them on yellows and zone, watch. Snap, now go. Then they drop back.
Yeah.
If you leave them on spies, I feel like they do something. I feel like they react different. I don't know. Let me know. Tell me what you think. Go. I feel like they charge in. Like, no, guess not.
And then the muscle hamster's just like, I'll get outside.
Yeah, but I got Nick Perry.
Okay.
No,
all right, so let's take a look at the next final question here. From DJordan821. He wants to know, do you guys believe your players play better or worse depending on which team has the momentum? So momentum in Madden, is it real? I don't think so. Is it real in sports? Yes. It's kind of this unknown force. You feel when your team has momentum. When you get a stop on 4th and inches, you have momentum. More so than if your team punted to you, I think.
Or then there's a time when someone throws a pick and it was chipped and caught. And they're like, oh, look, 21. Of course you got the interception.
Yeah.
Or did you just make a terrible throw? I don't know. I don't think there's any type of that bogus stuff going on.
Yeah, but you can't overlook momentum in sports. I know it's
in general.
It's something you can't measure with a stat and all these new metrics. There's still this feeling of like when the Giants stopped the Falcons on 4th and inches twice that the statistics put the Falcons in jeopardy because if you're not converting on your 4th downs, then you have a less chance to win the game. But there's still just this like Giants are home, they're running off the field. I mean, there's a reason home teams win more games over percentage of time. Is it measurable? I don't know. But there's this like momentum, this force, this I'm playing good. It's more confidence. It's like, you know what? I'm going to set up this blitz. It's going to work because I just did it and it just worked. It's gonna work again, and I'm gonna shut you down because now I'm positive. I'm happy. I got momentum. Just ride that wave. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's real. I don't think the game matters, but just take the momentum and go.
Yeah, I mean, especially in sports where you have someone cheering for you. That's a huge advantage over the away team.
That's why I'm like, go Gibbs, go Gibbs. Yeah.
Thanks, Farles.
All right, any more questions? From Big Daddy DD wants to know, how can you smart route your players' routes on offense? This is just a quick tip I wanted to put in there. I was showing one of my brother's friends how to play NCAA football over the break. He wanted to take out his roommate, so I was like, I got you. And I put Williams, I was like, put Williams on an out and smart route it.
Yeah.
And he's like, smart what? And then somebody else had this question. So to put Williams on an out, you push on Xbox, Y, X, left on the D-pad. Or on PlayStation, triangle, square, left on the D-pad. And that puts him on an out. But if you want to smart route it, you already have him on the out, or the route you want smart route it, and then you push it again. Y, X, square. Click down on the right stick.
Mayor of Struggle City.
You hot route to Williams again, so you push Y, X, square, and then you click down on the right stick. And that will get you the smart route. See how his route extended on the left there to the first down marker. Same thing with Jackson. We'll put him on a curl, and then we'll smart route it. It'll go a certain way. So those are things you can do that a lot of people might overlook. Some don't. Sometimes you can't use it because it's like 3rd and 5. You don't really want to smart route those just because of the spacing. But
you can't
try and smart route every route you can.
You can't smart route every route, but again,
sometimes you can. Sometimes it does subtle things.
Try. And
you got to really kind of be a detective and like, does that look shorter to you? And then all of a sudden it makes something else happen. So smart route things, and it's a great little tip to remember. You do it by putting it on the hot route you want and then calling it again and clicking down on the right stick. We'll smart route it, make it go 10 yards, make it go to the end zone, etc.
Yes. That it?
Fatigue players, I don't think they matter. I mean, maybe they could fumble, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
when they're tired, I'm always like nervous because I think it used to matter, but I don't know if it matters.
I don't know if there's a good way to measure it. I mean, here's what's going to happen is, definitely how people work and how they think is, if he fumbles and he was in red, that immediately now means that
he's tired.
They fumbled.
Even though Clay just came in.
But then you also have the times where they're in red and they don't fumble for 12 runs in a row. But that doesn't matter. I don't know. I wouldn't look too much into it. We don't really have a definitive way to know. So
we got VG Carl in the chat. He's wearing the Raiders jersey. This is a Tim Brown. It's for Notre Dame. It's for Notre Dame, the Irish. I hate Notre Dame, but I figured why not wear it? If somebody sends me a CJ Spiller jersey, I will rock that because Clemson.
Yeah.
Clemson's pretty awesome.
That's my man Adam, Clemson.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. So we're getting ready to play the game of the week.
It's the game of the week.
Let's lock up. I think we have a game show for you tonight during the break.
Yeah.
Name that play. I think we'll run that for you guys, and we'll see you guys in 5 minutes. Get in the communities, the Madden Tips communities, and we'll play a random person on that community right now. Let's go.
Lock up.
I don't know. It don't matter to me. Anyway, we're about to lock up in the game of the week. I'm over here on Xbox getting ready to play Jay Sir. He's the Niners. I'm the Packers. And we're running our special. I'm going to run the Carolina thank you guide. Hopefully see what happens. I'm going to kick off. Always kick if you're new. Always kick. Gibbs getting ready to lock in on PS3. And let's do it.
I'm just getting my PlayStation 3 set up.
I'm going to kick off right here.
Yeah?
Right? See, right's left, but then...
You're not going to do the squibs?
I don't squib.
What?
I do the short kick.
Dumb.
This is a bad kick, though.
Dumb. I don't know if I'm going to get on here.
No?
PlayStation is...
Struggling?
Yeah.
I have to go... Can we go... No. Oh, you're good.
Files, what are you going through your mind here?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's probably going to run it the first couple plays. But it doesn't actually look like it, so... Clay Matthews! Sack lunch!
Sack lunch.
This reminds me of that commercial with that chick who's like, Clay Matthews now has 6 sacks. Actually, it's 7. You know that one?
Yeah, I know, Hollow. I yawned there. Sorry.
So a little screen pass to Vern.
Vernon.
So my guy's going hurry up, clearly.
Little yawn. Been playing a lot of Madden lately.
Cover 4. I had cover 4. I dropped a deep blue instead of a yellow, specifically for something like that. That's okay. That's okay. It's an adjustment I thought I made nicely. I expect a run right here. Nope, a screen.
Screen!
Sniff Clay! Oh, baby!
Did he do the Clay?
Yeah.
Fumble?
We were all over the ball, too. Wow.
Love me some Clay. Video. Oh, no, it's not. I don't know what's happening.
Expect another run.
That guy going ham back there. Oh, well.
We'll play it after. Yeah, I'll play it after.
We will play it.
Delaney. 3rd and 2. That was nice. Good play for me. He's probably mad. I hope he's not watching the stream.
Think he is?
No, I don't know.
Because he is screen watching.
So 3rd and 2. Really, anything's on the table for him right here.
Because he's screen watching.
He's ran the screen a couple times. He's going to go to bunch here. So notice how I re-baseline, re-press. He shifted to a formation that was in tight, so I had to re-baseline. Very important. Big pressure. I switched up my pressure there. I was calling something much different, and I think he was starting to sense that, so I brought extra pressure there to make sure that I got a guy free. He held it. He's going to go for it rather than take the 3. He can do whatever he wants, but I think, who knows?
He's going for it?
Yeah.
Bold.
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to get into my game. I'm playing. I just had to set up the PlayStation 3 here on this side of things. Z-Falls. Uh-oh. Perry. Oh!
My ball, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
That was intense, though.
So I got Burnett out there. I clicked off to be safe. How do we run this again? Let's see here. Strong close for the Z-Farrells. James Starks.
The Ferris.
So I got to get back into my offense here, but I'm just not sure what I want to run with yet. And of course, they got a block shed from Alden, who's a stud. And now I'm going to get back into my gun.
Oh, Clay Matthews. Clay. Mr. Clay. Clay. What's in that commercial? Clay Matthews.
Yeah, Brendan Sain's an option. Alex Green's an option.
And that new guy that's an option, too.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. What you really want to do is use Cobb.
Cobber?
Cobba.
Corn on the Kizob.
Pick. Nope. Come on, Donnie. Come on, Donnie D.
Donnie. All right, PlayStation 3. I'm about almost ready here. How far into your game are you? Oh, pressure got in, but
pressure got in, but the out was there.
Out city.
And what I did there was, rather than leave the curl, I put him on a fade, which just gave me a little more confidence, I guess you would say.
Little bit confidence. All right, PlayStation 3. Go to PlayStation 3.
He's packing the box a little bit, so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I kind of want to run a draw, but I don't know what my audibles.
Packing the box. Of course you don't. Why would you?
Why would I?
Naturally. Naturally. Dun, dun, dun. All right. I'm going play now in 10, 9, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. He's running B flavors on you, I think.
Yeah.
And I got that your fault. I think he was asking for a game too. He wanted a game. Oh, he's gonna get a game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's your fault.
So I got it flipped backwards here. I'd like to get Cobb at halfback, not Driver. That's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Yes, it is.
Running back in motion here.
Ryba. Cobber.
You can see the easy block shed from
All right.
Smith. Smith with a super easy block shed against a non-player that should properly be.
All right. Lock up time. Ferris. Oh!
Threw that a little early. My fault. My fault.
Banana. Packers have won the toss. You know what that means? That means squib time. Bum, bum, bum. Squibbles and bits.
So right here's an option where I might take a timeout because I only have 8 seconds to snap the ball, and I'm not really, I got to see what I'm gonna get. If I'm not ready, this is a crucial play.
Mick. Ah, McMillan.
And that's what I had to do. That's what I had to do.
I gotta get closer to this television.
Thinking of doing something here.
Yeah, going
that
rogue.
S. Gibbs taught me.
Going rogue?
No, I think this might be fun, Gibbs.
Is it?
How about the gun-heavy Panther?
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. The quarterback mixing things up at the line of scrimmage. Out of the shotgun formation. Looking for an open.
So there, I kind of thought he was gonna. He played the out with his user guy, and that's where that inside streak to the back came in pretty handy.
Woo! Clay.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of
Oh, Mr. Clay Matthews. Oh, Mr. Clay Matthews. Mr. Lover, Mr. Clay Matthews. Simply fantastic.
Better than an incompletion. The quarterback gets a completion, and they pick up a yard or two.
this will be the 8th play of this drive.
So right here, this is a tip I mentioned earlier.
Woo, C-Dub! I saw where he wanted to go, and I got caught on my guy.
So he did not re-baseline right there. If he had re-baselined,
Ooh.
he easily would have been able to.
Yeah, it kind of haunts me that Akeem Nicks is right here. I don't like that.
Cobber! Wow, they gave me that first down. I will take it, sir. So, Niners D.
Should have saw that one coming.
So that's where the Niners D is the Niners D. He should have re-baselined. That's 3 plays ago, though. I'm focused.
Bum 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 bada bum bunch. Oh, Mr. Clay Matthews. Oh, I know. Is he running? He might be running New York Giants on me. Screen. FL screen.
Cobber.
Shields! Shields! Got him, coach! Got him, coach! Ugh. Love you, Sam Shields. I forgot how much I like the Packers. All right. Okay. Okay. Where'd you park that car, boo-boo?
Sick of using the Packers every week. Hey, you gotta win games. If I lose, then people get mad.
Play number 12 coming up for the offense.
So that's what we talked about earlier. If you run commit, you can stop the QB sneak, which I came out in, but I audible to power O He still got a guy in, but I handed off a power for a TD, and that's
that's me.
That's why you can't call it QB sneak this year.
That was me.
Unless they're not in a proper defense.
Dumb, that was me. Why? I'm upset with myself for that.
Packers now ready to kick the football down the field.
Ooh, this is going to be tight.
Robert.
This is going to be tight. Ferris! Oh, give me that ball. Ow!
Ferris?
Papa Bear wanted it.
Ferris.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude.
That's why you get an Aaron Rodgers. Show me how you work, Raji.
Split backfield here.
Screen.
Snap back to the quarterback. Out of the gun.
Pick.
Throwing out to his
Gosh.
Good job by the quarterback.
Mama. That's
Why you get a Rodgers, I guess.
So I've been so I'm supposed to have a yellow zone over there, but I've been dropping it into a deep blue because I figure, hey, if he throws deep, then I'm more protected. I'm willing to give up the short area there. But my guy is now twice let me down. He's let me down over there, man.
looks like they're
in the pocket, composed. I was worried about that hit stick.
I fully expect a screen here of some type. I'm just going to say he's going to run the screen every play. I just pass committed. Yep. Oh. Oh!
Right.
Time to make some adjustments.
Oh, you can eat.
Time to make some adjustments.
Got him, coach. Ah, Cobbler, break that. All on the floor, break that.
What's amazing is when I try and throw that same pass with the Niners sometimes, overthrow, interception. That's why I don't use them. That's why I use the Packers.
A lot of things you can't do.
S. Gibbs run the PA scissors or the screen?
Can't tell you that.
Somebody in the chat said, Farls, why PA scissors? I don't know. That? I don't know.
Boop.
I'm not sure.
Cobbler. Corn on the cob.
Randy Cobb.
Randy Candy Cobb. Randy Corn on the cob.
Tremont, man.
From
Kentucky.
The blockers can't get set up. Nice tackle. Now they got great field position for the defense.
I could use the Giants. They have a great defense. They have better runner. Their Giants are awesome.
Show me how you work, Raji.
I don't know why I don't.
There's such a difference. I forgot how much I love the Packers. Gosh. Show me what you got, Raji.
It gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays.
Jordy from Kansas State.
K-State?
Yeah.
Jordy Nelson.
Mr. Jordy.
Who are you playing against? The Cowboys?
Yeah, I'm playing That's Your Fault.
That's your fault. I recognize him from the chat.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Handoff to James Starks. Up the middle.
Boom, boom, boom.
James Starks.
For the bread?
James Starks, baby.
Four DOS bread?
Yeah. And see, now here's the thing. Remember how we talked about the hurry up? I know he's not in the defense that he likes. He's in quarters 3 deep, which is
Brian Jones.
not great defense to stop draws. And it's not a defense that he's played much of this half. So I know he doesn't really want to be in this. So that's why I hurried up specifically. I mean, he's probably might run commit here because he's thinking I'm going to draw. And that's what's so powerful about no huddle is, I mean, think about it. He's in a defense that he thought, oh, I'll try this once. And then I came out a completely different play that I haven't come out in. And I'm able to get a run play.
Bishop.
And now I'm going to force him to audible. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to audible right back.
I would not play as the G-man. Won't do it.
I'm going to audible back to a different play. And then, so he didn't audible. But my key was to get him to audible. And then when he audibles, then I audible. And then he can't audible. And then I got him right where I want him. And that's just a bad play by me. James Starks not helping.
Woo! Zombo, man. Mr. Zombo. All right, so last third down, he hit me with a streak to the halfback. I need to be conscious of that. I need to mentally prepare. Okay.
Jordy!
That's what he might want to do.
From? Jordy? Anybody? Gibbs is not listening, so somebody in the chat. Jordy.
Ah, yeah, baby! 4th and 2.
So one.
Good D.
This also might sound silly.
I'm mad at the Giants, and I always will be mad at the Giants.
This is what might also sound silly.
What?
Is
What?
that's
Fourth
gonna
and
be a
two-
really
fourth
nice
and
kick.
two.
That's gonna be a really nice kick.
Squibbles?
Yep.
Why are there so many Giants fans?
Because people like a winner. And here's the thing. Notice how I scored with 16 seconds left. What I was really doing when I said I'm going to audible and then audible back, he has 2 timeouts left. He could have called timeout and got the ball. But he was uncomfortable. He wasn't thinking about me, like audibling and weird stuff happening. So all of a sudden he got distracted, and then I wasted all the clock, and now all of a sudden I'm here with the ball.
Rough sauce. Good play. Good first down.
I'm going to put a purple.
A purple?
I'm going to put a yellow right where he has been doing that
A
crazy
purple?
stuff.
The formation here, shotgun. He's looking long.
So that was a swat by me rather than go for the pick.
I think that's the hardest pass a defensive back has to defend.
Get up and make a play, S. Gibbs.
You have to wait till the last second.
But yeah, these are all little things. Can a brother get a K-State?
Can a brother get a K-State? Yeah.
Can
Jordan Nelson.
From?
Kansas State.
Thank you.
What?
I scored with him.
Oh.
And then, but you were in 4th and 2 mode.
Second down here.
Oh, oh!
He wants to go deep.
All right, so now that there's 2 seconds left,
I want you on that wall. I need you on that wall.
now that there's so that play, he has timeout, so I had to make sure that I guarded. Now that there's 2 seconds left, I just guard way deep.
SWAT hawk. Oh, because I SWAT so hard.
But I put Zombo in a contain because I'm pretty sure he might try a screen. And if I could, something crazy could happen, that could be cool. He's probably not going to score on a screen, but it's always there. It's always there in the back of my mind, my cranium.
3rd and 10.
Yep. And I put
Burnett!
Zombo out there on a contain.
Pick it! Ah! Coach!
That's why I put Zombo on a contain. Didn't do anything, but it did something in my brain.
That's going to do it for the first half. Packers
4th and 11 from the 42.
now in this one, where the Packers are leading by 7. Bill, what was the score
What
in the first half?
do you?
He's going for it, or you going for it?
I think he's thinking about going for it.
Did you stop him on that 4th and 2 earlier?
No, I did not. He is going for it.
J. Michael!
Be determined. Try to come out.
So one thing I want to do right here is I got to switch my spot because my Randall Cobb's off. Donald Driver? What? Where's James Jones? Wow.
I stuck on that route like glue. Did anyone see that? I just eyed that guy.
Who needs Greg Jennings?
I just eyeballed that man. I just followed him. Just said, not on my watch, not today.
So I was playing without my offensive depth chart set up properly, but it's okay.
Second half,
It's okay.
you're behind. If you can do that, you can hold on to that lead and go on and win the game.
Oh, that was sick, dude.
Corn!
Out!
Corn!
That was
Oh, wiggle. Call that the Wiggletown Peninsula right there. Wow. Was that good, Wiggles? I fought hard for my bread there.
Trying to beat the play clock.
I fought hard for my money. I fought hard for my Gibbs.
Look at that stick!
Jordy!
Look at that stick! Get the
Jordy!
first down!
Jordy!
From?
K-State!
Empty backfield for the
Uh-oh.
quarterback.
Block him. Block him. Really? Really? Oh, that was difficult to block.
So here's the thing. I just saw a bunch of guys on the line of scrimmage bob up and down. I'm pretty sure he's going to send it left if he sends it off because he moved his guys on the right side of the screen. That would be my opinion. I'm going to slide left.
They'll go shotgun here.
And the ocean is going to part. And Patrick Willis is going to
That's why
stare
you
me
get-
in the face.
What?
To the line.
I was going to say that's why you get Aaron Rodgers.
It's now
Guess not.
No? He wasn't fighting?
Dude, he did not fight for my Brad hard enough. 2-minute warning.
there's some shifting around in the backfield.
I need you to fight for my bread.
Working that left side.
Jordy.
That's my new favorite.
Yeah?
Fight for my bread. I need you to fight.
Up the first down, and now they have a chance to open things up.
Jordy Nelson? No, that I know who you're thinking of. I think you're thinking of that other guy on the Eagles, I think. Jordy
The defense is showing a blitz here.
Nelson. Run commits and he gets in.
Defense he wants to take advantage of. Look at the
All right, he's a KSU product. Yes, sir, he is.
One thing I'd like to see my
I
opponent.
think his senior year, he led the nation in catches.
Who?
Jordy.
It shows everybody
Who?
what you can
Jordy Nelson.
From?
1-2,
K-State.
and also, it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Yes, you're thinking of Riley Cooper. That's the guy.
From?
Yeah,
Florida.
Florida. I
Florida
feel
Gators.
like those two guys you might confuse. You know who I'm waiting for to break out is a guy like that. It was like Jordy Nelson. They're saying it from college.
Jordan Nelson.
Greg Salas. He came out of Hawaii.
Yeah.
Who had all those receptions.
You know what would help him break out?
What?
If the Patriots kept him on their roster,
What? Moved
they
up and
sign
down.
him every week and cut him.
Uh-oh, I'm getting that.
How do you think his
I am
emo-
so getting that.
How do you feel?
Whoa!
How do you think his emotions are?
Not good.
Probably not good.
He's just fighting for my bread. No, he's not in St. Louis. He's on the Patriots.
The Pats traded for him and then they cut him.
Yeah, that's what they all
And then
do.
the Pats cut Deion Branch, signed Salas, and then they cut him.
No, Salas was on the practice squad, so they didn't sign him anymore. He was on the practice squad.
Mixing things up
Got
on
it.
the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2. Challenging the defenders to
Corn. Gotta love some corn. You gotta have.
down marker.
Well, it's another first down for the offense. I'll tell you who the happiest guys are here in this stadium right now. It's
The Rams re-signed him, I guess.
They did?
I don't know. That's what somebody's saying. They're pretty.
No, I don't think so. The
I think
Patriots
they
just have
did.
him.
The Eagles claimed him. The Pats just signed another receiver today.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who they signed? That's a good question. They signed Jeremy Ebert.
Good job by the defense, all shifting inside. They're expecting to run up the middle.
Halfback sent in motion. 1st down and 10. He'll throw it over the middle.
Shields! Shields!
Nice catch by the
Aaron
I
Rodgers.
gotta go.
Have a day, kid.
Really?
Here's the thing. When you play against the Niners, you're only afraid of one thing right
What?
now. You're up 7. You're marching in the red zone. You're only afraid of one thing. You know what it is? A Niners fumble. Niners will have crazy fumbles.
Wow. So, yeah, Steve Guy is confirming it. Wow.
I love some Marty Gilliard, dude.
Marty G?
Yeah, Marty Gilliard's the man.
Sometimes I get squibs when I do this right here. Sometimes.
The reason I have no sound is because my mic fell down. Because I get so excited.
Sounds about right.
Is that better? Niners defense is not overrated.
Uh-oh.
They will get
Sam Shields just got hurt.
Oh.
That's a thing. We just
Sam
talked about the
Shields from
article. I don't know.
the U, I believe.
Yeah?
I think.
Bum, 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 no.
To the outside.
Uh-oh.
They need to get the play off.
See, here's another thing. That's the second time I had to use a timeout coming out of a quarter. I was fixing my mic, and I wasn't going to have time to audible to the play I wanted to get into. Had to use a timeout. Is that foolish? Yeah, I might need it later, but at the same time, you got to have the right play call here. I mean, this play is just as big as any other play later in the game, potentially, so.
Heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive.
I need more for my money. Greg Salas. Wow.
quarterback who doesn't like what he sees.
I wanted Salas to see some more PT, but he needs more for the money. Go. I need you to get to that next level, kid.
Pretty sure he's in cover 2. Just straight up regular cover 2. And what I'm going to do to beat that is this.
That was sick. That was sick. That was sick. No! No! That was awesome, though. Was he down?
A-Raj! Big play. Z4 rolls.
At least challenge it.
Fumble?
It was pretty nifty.
What happened?
Pretty nifty footwork.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. Both of you.
You do something
Was
silly?
he down? Yeah, he was down. No, I didn't do anything silly. It just made great stick work, and then he fumbled. The emotions of a game of Madden. The emotions that you go through.
They are pretty wild, don't you think?
Yeah.
The running back goes in motion. Middle, and there's only 2 yards to be found right there.
Getting harder and harder in the NFL to score when you're this close to the goal line. So what will the offense do? They better be...
Block. Thank you. Block. Thank you.
Wait, Giant Skins is on Monday night? Yeah, it is, right? Here's what I think about that. What I think about that is...
When I think about rain,
can the Giants
think
ever just
about singing.
play a game that is on Sunday at 1 o'clock? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
You're sending B flavors at me. I like it.
Because that would get me excited. Because when I got to stay up way past my bedtime, it's kind of a bummer.
Is he Farrells? Your opponent's terrible, Farrells?
Nah, he's not bad.
To reach the 10th play of the series.
Do 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 do.
Try it left. That's a timeout by
Here's the thing, though. He's had 2 possessions. He literally hasn't touched the ball in the second half. That's frustrating for him. It's got to be.
I think he's running 3-5. Got him, coach! Cover! Out of bounds? Ah, the corn man can. Because he can. Because he can.
staying on the ground and gains about 1.
When I think about Cobb, think about touchdowns.
It's a short game, but it's all his fault. He picked the
Do
wrong
I
ball,
dare?
should have cut it
What?
back. He didn't.
So it's 4th and 1. I'm on his 1 yard line. 4th and goal from his 1.
One of the reasons why I love this
2
play.
minutes, 30 seconds left. He has no timeouts. I could kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. Or do I just run it in and try and go up 2 touchdowns?
Go up 2 scores.
That's not fun, though.
Yeah, you go up 2 scores there. In the 4th, you go up 2 scores. When I think about rain.
What do I call fake field goal?
Yeah, he's running the 3-5.
The field goal try.
So he's trying to send pressure left.
Yeah, I got something for him.
He gets a chance to go out there and kick the field goal. It is right down the middle. Good job by the offense.
Roll out, me and my homies. We bout that. Touchdown, Finley. You like that? I just made a rap, kind of, sort of.
You just pretty much stole Ludacris.
Yeah, I did.
That's going to be... I'm getting this ball. I am getting this ball.
How are you?
Yep.
How?
I thought he was going to...
How? Boykin? Boop. Jacobs?
I thought...
What I like about that play in the red zone when I just got the touchdown there is the high-low read. I love it. It's like a real thing. It's great. You just... Boop, boop, boop. If flat's there, you take it. So normally I would squib there, but I don't... 12 seconds and a half, I don't want to give him a chance to get a field goal.
The 49ers get ready to
So I want to kick deep. Kicking deep is petrifying, though.
first down as they head to the line. The quarterback's calling
All right.
holding out.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Did you just fumble for us?
Nope.
Oh. Or maybe the people are seeing that. Maybe there's that much of a difference.
Maybe.
Nowadays, it's getting harder and harder to
Be more aggressive?
man-to-man coverage because you're not even allowed to touch these superstar wide receivers. Eyeing that left
Pick.
side.
Yeah. So we finally found out the answer. He had that. He had,
Oh! All you can eat, Gibbs.
he had 3 catches to.
Go, 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 go.
Turn into an interception.
He had 3 catches.
13. 4
But
seconds.
I
4 seconds. I could get a play in here. I can.
The extra tonnage here with the
I just can't have any type of batted ball business.
Yeah, you're gonna give me a holding penalty. Oh, Madden and you and your momentum. See, I would think
No,
that's a conspiracy.
nope. I'm staying true to the rule of you're gonna turn over, you always take the points.
Yeah, at the end of the half, 4 seconds, take the points.
Take the points.
I just took the points. Worked out for me.
first and 20 now after the penalty.
Take the points.
And they
Take the
go
points.
back to the ground, and
Said.
that'll be a gain of about 2.
Take the points.
So in the second half.
Bishop.
You should have kicked it high in the air.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, as I say that now, right?
No, that would take your field goal.
No, I say that now, like, yeah, whatever. Oh, we're just gonna return it.
5 wides for the offense.
Short kick. Oh, he's gonna go 1 second. Who let the dogs out?
Farrell throws the furthest out of all time to Greg Jennings.
Did your hips don't lie?
Yeah.
Did your hips don't lie?
Here's the thing. I did opposite hips don't lie down the sideline, and then he let me score. I'm not saying his first guy didn't try and stop me. I'm not saying his second guy didn't try to stop me, but his first guy, he tried to tackle me, I think, or push me out of bounds.
That is a great catch.
Jedi, she ran away. 99 elusion.
Charles.
C-dub.
C-dub. Forgot how.
24-7?
Mm.
24-7.
Yeah? You're in the 4th, though. I think it's my ball.
And I'm
No, it's
getting
his
this
ball.
ball back. I'm getting this ball back.
Yeah?
Yep.
Have you ever got a ball doing that?
Once. But then I punted it back to the guy because I felt bad. Because I have a conscience, S-squibs.
I don't. I do what takes my team to win.
You just say, you know what Gibbs said? He said, whatever. I do what I want.
Sam? See the edge, Sam. And my ball.
Receivers stacked up on this play. The quarterback's hovering out instructions.
All quiet on the western front.
Very quiet over here, ladies and gentlemen. Farrell's pretty much has this one in hand, 24-7.
Oh, does he?
Trying to make some
Wow. Dude, pick. Raji couldn't pick it. I might have just created a new blitz.
Yeah, did you?
Dude, I'm not kidding.
Woo, 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 woo. Woo, woo, woo.
has his team's attention here.
Did you, Farles?
Dude, I'm not kidding. We'll have to review the tape, but
Check the tape. Go to the game tape.
no, maybe not.
Launching it.
Good outside pass lead by my opponent. Had him guarded on the inside. You're so used to seeing that ball thrown back inside. Desmond Bishop, obviously not super fast.
Watch the receiver at the last second, looks up and makes the catch.
Let's see what they do on first down following that huge.
When I think about corn, I think about
Pick.
first
I don't know who it's
downs.
going to be, but oh, no, maybe not. Sack lunch instead. Nom, 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 nom.
Sack lunch sandwich.
Rare breed in the NFL because it takes
Woo, 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 woo. Woo, woo, woo.
on display.
Corn!
Takes the snap from the shotgun. No chance.
Perry.
Another sack. What a job by the defensive player. Second straight play, he has got a sack. And what you have to do on the offensive side, change it up. Use your running back.
Good caught, S games. Good caught, S games.
They cannot block this guy one-on-one. Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of. Look at the hand signals he's giving to the receiver outside.
Someone's been injured out there. Hold on a minute.
What up, X-Man?
That's a good job. He's
Got the Jukies out here. Yucatan Peninsulas.
going to be okay. A little bit of a scare there, no doubt about it. That makes everybody nervous.
Block for me. Block for my bread. Oh, I almost had him. Block for my bread.
Burn in.
Burn.
Good tip on stopping draws with only 2 men rushing. I must say, I'm probably going to use that now.
He's sending
also
to B flavors.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
He has 1 mission and 1 mission only right now to send B flavors. This is coming in his up, too.
That was a manual right stick juke. And now got Rig Jennings.
You don't care about my game? They said that your game is more entertaining.
Obviously.
That's kind of... Why? What's wrong with my game?
I was trying to pitch it. I just lost 90 yards.
Corn!
Too.
Ooh, Mr. Corn. I forgot how much
Oh, no.
Say it ain't so.
Dude.
What? Disconnect?
No. I
What?
think I had a perfect rating with Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
and I just lost 42 yards on that play, even though I had a touchdown for 50 yards.
That's kind of upsetting. Is that kind of sad?
Oh! 14 for 15 for 160 yards. I would have had 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. That would have been it. I lost the perfect passer rating for being a clown. It was worth it.
Corn! Fight for my oh.
Aaron Rodgers, 7 for 39. That's what a mobile quarterback will do for your squad.
And then when Corn goes
James
down...
Starks came in for 6 draws. That was clutch. Said Benson, I gave him the bean with the game on the line, that 3-minute offense.
Said Ben?
Randall had a big game. Jermichael. Jordy from K-State. Craig Jennings. 2 catches for 29 yards. Minus 4 yards after catch. 71-yard touchdown. He had a 71-yard touchdown and a negative 50-yard catch. Mason
Crosby. Finley! Finley! So he had a big-time moral dilemma there. He didn't know, he knew he had to worry about the left, then he knew he had to worry about the Finley route. Booth review. What, did he not catch it?
touchdown.
Touchdown!
They have a big boy PS3. Okay, actually, let me go through the... let me take a look at... I haven't checked the leaderboards in a day or two.
Leaderboards.
S. Gibbs still at number 1, 25-1.
Boom. Sick with it is climbing.
Sick with it. That's why he asked those questions. He's got to know.
And that loss, was that loss? Oh yeah, it was real. I played the Chief and he beat me.
Yeah. VA Cav, pretty good. Played him.
Oh, I so got, oh. All right, this one should be in hand.
Pretty good top 20.
Z Farls. No.
So, still, nobody's beat King XF or Town Man.
Town Man, what's his rate?
So they're both 8-0, 7-0.
Yeah.
Put a bounty on him. Hungry Man's lost 4 in a row. 10-6. S. Gibbs won 8 in a row. King XF 8 in a row.
Ah. Who won 8 in a row?
Wanted Benjack started out 0-2, won his last 5. Gibbs here setting up his D.
Frank the Tank Zombo. That was curl flat.
YMCMB. QB pocket passer. Secret, you gotta just have your reads down. You gotta utilize, you can't use an empty formation. You gotta use a spread formation with a halfback in the backfield so you can run draws at all times.
Oh, wow.
Dallas,
wow, SWAT Hawk.
Dallas, the community is open right now. On Xbox or PS3.
SWAT Hawk.
Yeah, a little swat. 3rd and 4. Nice play. Nice play by him. Good sniff by you.
Yeah.
Would like to see a pick there. Did you try and strafe?
No, just I went to B-Hawk it.
I know, Willie Beans. I cost myself a perfect passer rating right there. I wanted to run out the clock, and then I kind of wanted to do the Bo Jackson, where you run back and touch the goal line and see if you can score. But no big deal. No big deal. He was in punt anyway, so whatever.
And I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't know if he threw that back shoulder. If he did, that was a nice read, but...
The big thing about coverage defense early in the season is if you don't have your blitzes down yet, you got to go to it 75 coverage, 25 pressure. Then when you have your blitzes down from multiple areas and you have good ones, you go blitz 75, coverage 25, and it's much better, so...
Fight, Clay.
Ooh, Clay.
Good screen. Good, perfect time for a screen. That was a good screen.
Extreme, watch when we put up the archive tomorrow. Check it out. You crash your line down. You spread your line, crash them down, so that the 2D tackles are gonna eat up the 3 interior linemen. 2 purples for the DNs, and it's just gonna kind of clog it up.
Pick. Okay, so you might wonder, how did I get a pick there?
How did you get a pick there?
Earlier in the game, he wanted to go to that like a deep out or deep in or / deep post. So in the back of my head, I was like, if he does go for that, he'll hit me here with the defense I'm setting up. So I dropped Woodson. I put him on a yellow zone right where the first down line was, and then Woodson sat there. And then he ran it, and there it is.
I like it. Yeah, very good.
Really now, really. Don't.
What are you just trying to score? Trying to get what are you thinking?
Yeah. I know he's trying to.
So he should be re-baselining right here so that those outside corners slide back in and cover Jennings and Nelson. He should be re-baselining. Cover!
That was a good cut.
That was a really nice cut.
That was a good cut. That was good, good stick work anticipation, as they call it on the circuit. I don't know what the circuit is, but...
I got taken out of fantasy football by Cecil Shorts. Had T.Y. Hilton on my bench.
That hurts, huh?
What up, NY Giants Maniac? Steady diet of cheese.
Got him, coach!
Jordy.
Ow!
Jordy. Cody Ballard, you saw me just run empty right there. I was cash.
Cash
Perfect
Mona
passer rating.
records. Cash Mona
Literally
records.
only missed 1 pass. I don't even remember what happened. On my incomplete pass, I'm not sure.
Cody said, Paul, please, Farls.
I know. Yeah, draw with A-Raj. You got to get down. I know I heard you hit the square, but
He went for it. He went down. La, 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 la.
2-hour show, man. 8 to 10. That's how we roll. S. Gibbs has a little bottle of water next to him, but it's not a gallon.
Oh, is it?
I got a little H2O right here.
I'm going to chug this one at the end of the game.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, every now and then. But a bonus is only a bonus if you only do it sometimes. You know? Yeah, I brought the PS3 home for Thanksgiving. Brought a TV back to my parents. Set it up in the man cave. Watched 3 football games and played 3 football games. It was pretty nice.
Dun, dun.
No, you're supposed to do our tips, our game of the week. It just always goes long because we love answering the questions. Yeah, Ryan Dykes bought a PS3, so he's training. I gotta add him on there. I just set it back up.
Hips, hips.
Yeah.
Ah, give me that, Nelson. Oh, because the hips don't lie. No, 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 no.
Cody Bowd, I don't know which gamer tag to add. You got so many. It's tough to keep up. It's tough to keep up.
Got him.
The quarterback mixing things up at the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Good blocking from
Ball me.
Gibbs.
Ball
Nice
me.
sideline
Ball me.
route. Gets the feed in. James Jones.
Down by the
James
offense.
Jones.
James Jones still on the Packers?
Yeah, why?
Just because he was. I couldn't see him on Sunday night.
Did he not do anything?
He didn't do anything.
You know what I mean? Anything he did. Eh.
I did see Jordy from K-State.
That's tough. Yeah, I think it was up to me in this situation in the game. I would not have challenged knowing those timeouts.
Probably
how
play
important they are. We'll see if that lost timeout
5 days a week, just random days, and then if I play 1 game, I might as well play 3 games. That's usually how it works. Full house is pretty nice. We've always liked it. A lot of quick passes out of the backfield.
Little full house.
They break down almost immediately, but a nice job by the quarterback.
Cody Ballard, here's the thing. When I run single back spread, I'm pretty much running the same, or when I run, not single back, when I run Arizona spread offense,
The quarterback
which is the starter guide, and somebody here's telling me to run it for my real offense. That's how good it is. That's how, even though it's starter, that's how vast it is. I beat S. Gibbs with it on the show. The starter stuff, it's nasty. It's legit. It just teaches you it's the concepts. I'm still running the same concepts. I'm still got the reps down. I should probably switch back a little bit, but the Packers, they just don't have the halfback to make the draw a serious thing. The draw is no good for the Packers. And it's just no good.
This will be the 11th play of the drive. Snap back to the quarterback.
Here you go, Gibbs. Oh, square. It's
Throws to the right.
Fight!
James Jones.
Good
Claw.
solid
God,
tackle.
he's trying to
Go
fight.
for it. You pulling a Pats, 4th and 1,
Now we've got a 4th down situation.
even though you're already up.
Green Bay Packers, they'll attempt the field goal.
Take the points. In a real game there, you should take and melt the clock there, so everyone knows.
People say, why do we use the Packers? Well, T. Garl,
There's such a difference with Aaron Rodgers. Like,
Aaron
it's
Rodgers.
ridiculous.
Because I've always said that. I'm like, well, why don't I just stop using the Packers?
The Cowboys are ready to
2
run back
reasons.
this kick.
1, Aaron Rodgers. You just don't
Now the smart play here
get
is just
what he
to
gives you
this
with
run
any other team. And I always thought, I'm like, yeah, I'll just switch back to the
Packers
Giants.
D- Packers D is
still
good,
very
too.
good. But Aaron Rodgers just does everything. Everything.
Packers D is good. They're very good. My issue is you're kind of limited to your offense, I think, with the Packers. Like, you have to come out with 5 wide. I don't think you can. With this year's game, it's tough having James Stark as a halfback. It really is. It just.
The Dallas Cowboys getting set now for their next series.
Yeah, they just don't get it done.
Down coming up.
For most people, they won't. They'll never understand it. They'll be like, yeah, no, you can run the draw with them. It's fine. It's really not. It's not.
See
Great.
that? Oh!
It doesn't get it done, in my opinion.
I like the Cowboys, but I asked the question, okay, why am I going to the Cowboys? And then the downgrade at quarterback is so severe. When Romo was 90 deep throw accuracy, I love the Cowboys. Love them. I said they were my favorite teams.
Failing to complete that one. So 2nd down here.
And Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers just does crazy things. I think San Francisco is a great team. Their defense is much better. If you want to run the ball, it's more consistent. But they're not going to hang on. Jordy Nelson is going to hang on to many more balls than a lot of their receivers downfield. And it only takes 1 3rd and 10 where a guy drops an out. It only takes 1 3rd and 10 where Colin Kaepernick overthrows an out. It only takes 1 3rd and 10 when you throw a ball deep downfield with Alex Smith to a wide open guy and the ball doesn't get there because he doesn't have any throw power. That you just get fed up. And look, I'll win 90% of my games with the Packers. I'll win 89% with the Niners. I'll win 78% with the Rams. You're going to win, and you're going to be able to do things, but you got to have little tweaks here and there. The goal is to get ready for the Virgin Gaming competition.
Got me on that.
Where you're going to see everybody use
A lot of Niners.
a lot of Niners, a lot of Packers, some Cowboys, some Giants. Pretty much that. Last year was just pretty much all Packers. I used the Giants, but it's pretty much all Packers.
I think you're gonna see I'll say 80% Niners, then like 10% Packers, and then like you'll sprinkle in some Cowboys.
If you can't harness the Niners,
Niners, I'm telling you, if you don't run the right scheme of the Niners, I think it's difficult.
You can't run shotgun spread. Last week, I thought
you can, but here's the problem: the biggest part of a game, they're gonna lay down. He's gonna get an overthrow, and then I don't know. But then on the same token, you could get a Patty Willis hit stick fumble. You get that with Clay, but Pat Willis is.
No, I agree. The Niners defense is the best in the game.
Yeah,
easily. But you have to completely change around your offense. I can't run shotgun spread with the Niners, in my opinion. It's just not as good. It's not their strength.
No.
It's silly.
No.
And with the Giants, shotgun spread's good because shotgun spread is good, and their halfback's a little better, but it's probably better with the Eagles than it would be with the Giants, and then why do that? And then you need that mobile quarterback. Packers are the best team with a mobile quarterback for a passing scheme. Niners are the best team with a mobile quarterback for a running scheme.
Falcons are pretty good. Again, like my question would say, well, why are you switching to the Falcons? What's your reasoning behind it? And I would say you're probably going to say, well, their offense is really good. Well, in my opinion, I think the Packers' offense is better than the Falcons, with all due respect.
Matt Ryan has no D
You have
right?
you don't have that halfback that we're still looking for. Like Turner can't catch. Jacquizz Rodgers isn't fast enough.
Yeah.
I snapped it when I shouldn't have snapped it. But I'll still throw a curl anyways.
Jordy, see, like the Niners might drop that ball, or it might get over.
You get a lot more drops with,
I feel like you can do more clicking onto a receiver with the Packers, with the pass leads and everything. It's a weird thing. I mean, I still think the Niners offense is very good, and you just need different schemes. But yeah, it'll happen where.
I knew that was gonna happen. I saw him. He was beat by about 45 yards. Not 45, probably about 10 yards.
Makes the break at the perfect time and gets the interception.
If you have Tom Brady and the guys are dropping people back, just playmaker, just stay in the pocket, playmaker. You also have to have a running back in the backfield. That's why I really do like Arizona shotgun spread. Cody is right in that situation. Like, you do have to love shotgun spread. Because the halfback next to you.
And right there, that's a classic.
It's true.
That's a classic Cowboys. It's a classic not using Aaron Rodgers. You get one with Aaron Rodgers, I'd say one overthrow every 5 games.
Yeah.
That was a huge. He had a first down there. He could have potential hips don't lie touchdown. Missed because he missed.
P. Nero, longtime fan, longtime show watcher, the man. He was wondering what's a good threshold for like a catch rating for a halfback, 76 and up, or do you like to see? What do you like to see?
70.
70.
Yeah.
So as long as they have 70, obviously the more it goes up from there. Like Ahmad Bradshaw can't catch, so it's frustrating. David Wilson, I feel like he's gonna fumble.
I hate these situations.
You shouldn't have strafed.
I ball hawked.
You should have slowed up manually.
Right.
And then ball hawked.
Right. Those situations are so scary.
Yes.
Uses his hands, and once they go up, put your hand in between them and knock that football down. What a play.
Yeah, if you're not putting Cobb at halfback, then it's silly to use the Packers, because
if you don't have Cobb at halfback, I mean you can. If you don't want to run at all, I would say sure. But
it's just that there's going to be a point where I mean, no team's perfect. There's never been a perfect Madden team. There's been
There's
very
right
great
there.
Madden teams.
Did you
Like
see
that,
right there?
Yeah, that was overthrow.
That was a touchdown.
I'm just saying, don't show up and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna use the Niners." It's not gonna matter. No, you gotta harness the pass lead. You gotta harness.
I feel like you have different ability to click on and like control your receivers compared to Rodgers and like a lesser quarterback. I swear it's a real thing.
Jedi, there's no way you're winning. So, Bengals have a really good defense. That's true. It was a little better last year, though. It's still pretty good. It's very good. But Andy Dalton's not great. Sid Benson, obviously they have the backup. Scott's kind of got some wheels. Other than Green, Gresham, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are just fun to use.
Ugh.
That was a bad play.
Overall, so much was gross about that.
Gibbs.
Touchdown in the late stages.
What?
That touchdown gets them back.
Jedi's interesting. He's the man. Oh, Jedi's the man. Jedi's a cool dude. Love him.
Jedi.
His Madden game, I'd take him out. Take him out.
Jetty?
Yeah, Cedric Benson's not even on pick. I meant Law Firm, Ben Jarvis Greenhouse. See, they're the same to me. They both have good carry, and they both are slow.
Who?
Law Firm and Benson.
Yeah, no, I don't think either of them are good.
The kicking team now getting set here for what looks like an onside kick.
All right, Gibbs. Short kick. Squibbies.
Kicking team appears to have the ball.
This one's
That onside kick did not travel 10 yards.
Law Firm.
This one's all but over.
He thinks he's coming back.
Who? No.
Patriots.
This guy?
Really good field position
Me?
to start this drive.
If I ever need it. Yeah.
Cobber.
First and 10.
Gets the bean.
The running
Block shed cut outside.
right side.
Little stop and stutter to try and
Yeah.
get a little extra yards.
Yeah.
Well, that was a nice run that time off tackle.
Go on.
Community name is MaddenTips.com on Xbox. Spaces. Madden Tips on PS3.
Little corn on the cob.
Back so he has a chance to get that secondary and make a nice run out of it.
He gets it again on this drive.
Hard sometimes as an offensive coordinator to call plays to catch the defense off guard. when
Steelers are good. I think their defense is way too slow. Also,
So they played it
you
very
need
predictable there.
defensive end
Defense was ready,
a little
nowhere
bit
to
to
go.
blitz with. Like,
Staying on the ground.
Corn fight for my bread.
Maybe fine.
That time, it results in a first down.
Rainey's gonna fumble.
Chains on the
Jeff Demps is gonna fumble.
Keep those chains moving.
Demps is definitely fumbling.
Yes, Gibbs, do you think Tom Brady's the MVP?
Duh.
The quarterback's hollering out instructions. Now first and 10.
Bronco, I try and play you like every day, and you're always in practice. Now you want a ball.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Down late in this one.
Well, Jim, with that
Oh, they want me to
touchdown
go
this late in the game, that ices it. And if you could sing, you could. I'd let you say it's turn out the life, but we know
I
you can't
won't
sing.
do
So
that.
the game is over.
I won't do it.
Time for the no-huddle offense.
Negatory.
Double J with a MacBook Pro. Did you get Retina or just regular? What kind did you get? I'm kind of in the market for a computer, considering that my computer is doing that. I just got
it
a
doing?
new layer
Cowboys are ready to run back
of ripped
this
off.
kick.
Basically, there's a MacBook Pro underneath there.
Here's the kick, and this one's just a little squib kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
I lost
warping
the
off.
screw, and then tonight
It's like
it actually.
it is a MacBook Pro. It's called. Here's the thing. Mac was like, oh, they probably had that same problem.
I
and they're
just
like,
lost
oh
this
wow,
screw right here.
look at it's a MacBook Pro underneath. It's crazy.
It's beautiful.
It's got all the chrome.
Yeah, the Retina doesn't look that good to me because it. Long story. I would just get a regular MacBook Pro with a little bit extra.
It's first down as they head to the line.
Extreme, you want an Atlanta gift scheme? I could work on that for you. See, the Atlanta's still really good. It's still great. The only
First and 10.
thing that
And he's taken down.
The only reason we don't use it is because we did it last year. We don't want people to say, oh, well, they're just doing the same thing from last year. No, Atlanta is still different. Or Atlanta's still great. The gameplay is totally different. So you just have to mix in the new stuff with it. A lot of the stuff you can just use from some of the other guys. You can kind of use the concepts in Atlanta. But they have Full House. Maybe I'll break down the Full House for you for
Looking to go down the field here.
There you go. There's a SWAT hawk. There's a SWAT hawk.
Good job by the defense.
I didn't. The same scenario. He just lobbed it up, and I just went for the SWAT hawk instead.
Down the field, high arcing throw.
The 1 second.
Back in
One.
position, knocks it down.
It's the 1 second.
We'll spread the love a little bit. Yes, Montclair. Ravens playbook is excellent. We broke it down, TWIM, maybe 79. You want to check it out. We showed a play we really like, tight shakes from the Ravens playbook, so you definitely want to make sure that you check it out. It's a really good playbook. It's very similar.
Oh, because the ball's so
It's a little
hard.
bit similar like the Chiefs and the
Go fight.
Steelers, perhaps.
Wanted to cut. All right. 41-21. Good game. That's your fault. You had 2 late touchdowns. You started to put together some nice little offensive plays. And thanks for playing.
And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up, brought to you by Gatorade.
No, you call the timeout, Apollo.
Apollo, you either take a timeout or no, you go and you do TWIM.
These followers got you some major points right there.
You do the Zan.
Do the Zan.
You do the Zan. If you ever can't Audible and you only have 2 guys,
You just
take
do
the
the
first
Zan.
guy, leave the outside guy open. Don't click onto him. Just take that middle guy, run backwards, and then let the outside guy field it. It doesn't work every time, but it works more often than not, and it's pretty good.
Cobb. Look at that. Now, look at that. Look at the Cobb action. 9 for 94.
Cobber?
Look at that. 9 for 94, 11 for 115.
Rops and Cobbers?
How beast is Cobb?
Cobbers and Rops? Cops and Robbers?
Corn on the cob. Broccoli and Cobb. You know, broccoli Rob, broccoli Cobb.
Who's Broccoli Rob?
Broccoli Rob?
Yeah.
It's like a food. It's like a, yes, broccoli Rob.
Is that what people with scarves eat?
Oh! Got him, coach! All right, okay. So now, since I couldn't chug the gallon of water, I'm going to downgrade just to get my confidence back up. I want you to know, though, I am one of the best water chuggers this side of the Mississippi River. Serious, I'm a very good water. I can drink water quickly.
Done.
All right, how many seconds?
20.
20 seconds?
17.
17 seconds for that much water.
Are you going to drink it or are you, like, you gonna pour it out?
It's 20 ounces of water. 17 seconds? You want me to drink an ounce a second?
Might be white wine because he wears scarves.
All right, you ready? 17 seconds?
Tekka, you got to watch?
Wow, Double J says 9 seconds. I don't even know if that's a real thing. 9 seconds?
17.
17's a lot. Yeah,
You could pour it out in 5
because
seconds.
you could drink a can of Coca-Cola, 12-ounce can in like 2
Not
seconds.
if you have a throat that's reacting
In like
to
2
bubbles.
seconds. Ready? All right,
Ready?
9
17
seconds. 9 seconds.
17.
9. Ready?
9 seconds? Go.
I don't know.
Ready, set, go. He's pouring it all over his face. It's weird. Don't drown. 9.3!
No.
9.3. And you got some on your shirt. 9.3.
I did it though. I did it.
You needed a punch top. You didn't have your air valve.
I did it.
No, you failed. 9.3.
I'm a champ.
Oh, S-Kids loses again. All right,
Lock
folks.
up. We'll see you next week.
Next week, same time, same channel.
Same bat channel. Dun dun dun.
Lock up. Oh, and we'll leave you with this video. Time to play Madden.
This week in Madden. It's the game of the week. Green Bay, the game of the week. Giants.
Nah, I'll play another one.
Let's go!
Lock up. Send it.
This bro's really gonna use the Packers?
I've been playing with the Packers since '83.
You're not even from Green Bay.
Matt Jakowski, let's go. Time. 4.7.
87 speed.
Come on.
Hit stick.
I covered up.
That's why you put Taekwondo Underwood at third long snapper.
Hit RB. Come on.
Boom.
Nice. That's like 6 feet.
Dude, these are like 8 feet spaces. No! I'm 6'2".
Oh my god, my stick is incredible. Yep. Yep. No, I'm not playing Madden.
Nano!
Guy's freaking nanoing me.
Vic!
Oh, give me that.
House!
Yeah, I'm trying to text her, but she's 99 elusive. Ooh! How did he catch that?
Megatron!
How did he drop that?
A Greg Jennings.
Ooh, Darren Chopper. Oh, did he just try me?
I tried him.
Don't try me.
Dude, go deep. I got like 87 throw power.
Use pick. Ma, I'll be out in a minute. It's a 2-minute warning.
Not gonna give me a minute to do my depth chart.
This guy totally jacked my scheme.
Are you really gonna go for it? He went for it!
That blitz is flat out silly.
Really?
Really?
Lock up, let's go!
My Rams are so tough. Oh, use a pick.
You stripped a 99.
Take off,